Hello, good afternoon. My name is Richard, and this is the big watch-along. Arsenal women against Paris FC in the qualifiers for the Champions League. Of course, Arsenal have to win this game, or we're out of Europe completely. So it's a massive, massive game. It is the final of this little playoff competition following the win over Linköping on Wednesday. And this is the big game. So stay with us for coverage of Arsenal versus Paris FC. So here we go then. This is a big game, isn't it, for Arsenal? There's absolutely no question about that. It's a game that we have to win. We really do have to win this game. And it's going to be great, isn't it? I'm sure we can do it. Now, we want some team news, don't we? Because that's so important to know what is happening with the team today. I'll just bring you the team news that we've got. So this is the Arsenal lineup then for this big game today. So in goal, it is Manu Zinsberger, the back four, Noel Moritz, Lotta Wooden-Moy, Amanda Illister and Steph Catley. In midfield, it is captain Kim Little, Leah Walty, Frida Marnham, and up front then it is the front three, Chloe Lacasse, Caitlin Ford, and Stina Blackstenius comes into the starting lineup. Of course, she was on the bench the other night. She came on and scored the third goal. On the bench then for Arsenal today, Sabrina D'Angelo and Naomi Williams, the two goalkeepers, Jem Beattie, Katie McCabe, Vivienne, Lena Hertig, Gio Quiros, Katerina Cole, Victoria Palova, Beth Mead again is on the bench, and Alessia Russo drops down to the bench for today. The Paris team, I couldn't actually find an image of it, unfortunately, but this is their team. It is Chimaku and Nadozi in goal, and their back four is Lou Bogarts, Tenny Jura Sissoko, Julie Sawyer, and Thea Grevelak. In midfield, it is Kajo Correso, Marquis Lemoville, and Julie Defoe. And their front three is Gofan, Thyne, Mathilde Boardwin, and Clara Matteo. So they are your lineups then for this game. What do we make of that Arsenal lineup today? Is it the team that you was expecting? Is it the team that you would have picked? Two changes, of course, from Wednesday. Blackstenius comes in up front, and of course, as well, Steph Catley returns at left back. We've got some comments in already. Terry says, come on, you girls, Russo. Yeah, Russo's not starting today. She's on the bench, but we've got Stina, so we don't need to worry too much. Charlotte says, can it start? Well, it's not ready to start yet. The game doesn't start until 2 o'clock, unfortunately. Is this the game? Will be the game when it starts. I'm able to show you the game, unfortunately, due to copyright, but we'll be giving you full commentary. So don't worry too much about that. You will be able to see the players. Unfortunately, not. Otherwise, we'll get shut down. We've got Alice says, go Gunners, indeed. Leah there says, let's go. Charlotte's only going to play the game. I can't play the game, unfortunately. We'll bring you commentary, though. We can't show the game. We're just not allowed due to copyright. Does anyone know well, I mean, it's streaming on arsenal.com. I don't know where in the world you are. It is streaming on arsenal.com. So let's say you can watch the game there. But stay with us because it's always good. Charlotte says it's literally 11 p.m. for me. Is it? Oh, okay, no problem. It'll be starting very, very soon. Lots of comments coming in already, and we are getting ready for the big kickoff, of course, coming in about 10 minutes' time. So we're looking forward to it. It is going to be really, really good, of course. And what do we think the score is going to be, guys? Drop your score predictions in. What do you think the score will be? Obviously, Arsenal have to win. There's no second chance in this game. It's all or nothing, really, isn't it, for Arsenal? We have to win. Otherwise, we're out. It could be extra time. It could be penalties if that's the case. But let's hope we can do it in 90 minutes. It's a very, very good Arsenal side, isn't it, pretty much? Full strength with who's fit. I mean, Beth Mead is on the bench again, so she's knocking on the door, isn't she, to get herself back in the team. I'm sure she might get some minutes today, maybe. We'll see. I'm not really sure whether or not she will. She didn't come on the other night, but she wasn't needed, was she? We've got some score predictions in. Alice has gone 2-0. That'll do, won't it? Charlotte's gone 3-1. We'll take all of that. Leah says they've got to have Katie on. Yeah, I mean, Katie's on the bench today. She started the game the other day, didn't she? But she's on the bench today. Just rotation, I would say. I mean, Steph's, is going to be our regular left back, probably, isn't she, when the season starts? But yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, 2-0 and 3-1 are good scores. I think we'll probably win this. I don't know. I don't know too much about Paris. They're a little bit further ahead in their pre-season preparations than we are. So they'll probably be a little bit sharper, but we've got much better quality, of course. We've got the international players. So I would imagine that we'll win. Let's say I'm going to go 4-1. I think we'll win 4-1, and we'll get through to the two-legged playoff, which will be very, very soon. Charlotte says, is it on Stan Sports? I don't know where else it's on, actually. I'm not really sure. Terry says, hi, Richard. Looking forward to this one. 5-1, walk in the park. We're far too strong. He says, yeah, we should be far too strong. Yeah. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, no, I agree. We should be too strong. 5-1. I'm going to go 4-1. I'm never quite as optimistic as Terry is. Regulars of the show will know Terry's always very, very optimistic. Rajandra's gone. Arsenal 3, Paris 1. Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonably sensible score, isn't it? Let's be honest. Ella says there, what are you watching? Well, I'll be watching it on arsenal.com. I don't know where in the world you are, but don't worry, because even though we can't show you the game, you'll be kept up to date with our full match commentary, so you don't need to worry. You're not going to miss anything here. And when the goals go in, you will know about it definitely, and everything that's going on in the game. Well, yeah, just give us a like as well, and why not consider subscribing? This is one channel where we always cover the Arsenal women. We will be here every single game, giving you the watch-alongs, and also as well, we'll be at some of the games ourselves as well, but we do cover the show. We've got a show every week as well, usually on a Friday, looking at the Arsenal women, the most recent games. And the coverage is just about to start, so we are at the stadium now. It looks like it's a pretty sunny day in Sweden, in Linköping, of course, where we played the other night. The 3G pitch doesn't really help Arsenal, does it? I don't think you could see the other night we struggled a little bit. Obviously, we're used to playing on a grass pitch. That's why. So let's see. Archduke of Austria's in. He says likes help Stina score. They do. Likes definitely help Stina score. So give us a like, and then Stina will get us a goal or 2 or 3, maybe. Who knows? Terry says hit that like. There's 80 in the room, and it's only 18. Come on, let's get the likes up to 30 at least. Come on, guys. We've got Matilda. It sounds like a French name, maybe. Tell Australians where we can watch the game, or we are stealing our players back. I wish I knew where you could watch it in Australia, but please don't steal your players back, because we love Caitlin Foord and we love Steph Catley as well. They're both playing today as well on the left-hand side for Arsenal. The teams are coming out. Arsenal are in the red shirts with white sleeves, white shorts and white socks. Paris are all in blue. Quite a nice, smart, dark blue kit. Paris are playing in today, which is very nice indeed. Gray says there, for the Aussies, I think we got to get a VPN. Yeah, quite possibly you have. I don't know, but yeah, if you're watching in Australia, I'll say good evening to you. And we've got someone in Australia as well. We've got Steve as a regular on the show. He's in Australia. He says hi all. How you doing, Steve? Hope you are well. Dana says there, where can I watch the match? The only place I know is on arsenal.com. I think the Paris FC are streaming it as well, but I think you've got to be a member to be able to watch it on their site. I'm not sure for certain, but that's what I'm hearing. Anyway, the teams are lining up now. The mascots are all in green and black stripe kit, which look quite smart against the two teams' colours, and we're getting ready for this big game. It's a big game, isn't it? It's a massive game. A place in the playoffs for the Champions League group stage is at stake. That's how big this game is. We cannot afford any slip-ups today. We have to win. It's a one-off game. It's a cup final, essentially. It is the final of this little competition. It's a cup final, and it is winner goes through, and the loser is out of Europe completely. There's no backup competition. There's no Europa League. There's no Conference League in the women's game. It's just all or nothing in this. Whoever wins goes through to the two-legged playoff, and then if you lose a two-legged playoff, again, you're out of Europe. So this is how big this is. I think that it's a lot of games to play, but maybe it's better than playing pre-season friendlies, isn't it? At least it's a competitive game, and when the season starts, I'm sure we'll see the benefits of that. The teams are just getting ready now to kick off. I say Paris in their all-blue kit, and Arsenal in the traditional red and white, as we were, of course, the other night as well. The two captains, it is Kimlet, of course, for Arsenal, and the captain is Giafan Thyne for Paris. Very experienced player. Got a lot of goals. She has for the French team, and I think Arsenal are going to stay the way we are we? Which will be attacking the goal to our right, and it's going to be Paris's kickoff, I think. So we are just about to get off and underway here in sunny Sweden. the Champions League. It's such a big game, this, isn't it? Just quickly run through the Arsenal team again then. So it's Manu Zinsberger in goal, the back four, Noel Moritz, Lotta Ruben-Moy, Amanda Illister and Steph Catley. In midfield, Kim Little, Leah Volti and Frida Marnham. And up front, it's Chloe Lacasse, Caitlin Ford and Stina Black-Stenius, of course, for Arsenal. Looking forward to seeing her again. Got that goal, didn't she, the other game, the other night, which was great. Charlotte says, Steve, where are you watching it? Yeah, Steve's in Australia, so I'm sure he'll know of the best place to watch it in Australia. You'll have to see if Steve can come up with some answers for you. Anyway, we shall see. Steve says there we've got let's have a look. We've got David in the chat as well. Hey there, David, good to see you. I hope you're well. Charlotte says, I need to watch it. I'd love to show it to you. I really would. Unfortunately, I can't because if I do, within 2 minutes, the channel just gets shut down. But I'll do the best I can to keep you updated. You're not going to miss any of the action. You just won't be able to see it, that's all. But don't worry, it's always good fun here. And we get some great comments as well from everybody in the chat. So it looks like it's going to be Paris to kick off. Actually, we have changed around. So Arsenal are going to be attacking a goal to our left in the first half. Which was the opposite way to we attacked the other night, didn't we? Because we played the other way around. So it is going to be Paris all in blue to get us off and underway here in Linköping in Sweden. The final of this Champions League playoffs. The winner goes through to the two-legged final playoff. So it's so important, this game, for Arsenal. We have to be in the Champions League, don't we? We've said this before. It's so important because, you know, not only because of the great run we had last year, where of course we went all the way to the semi-final, but just for the, you know, Arsenal are one of the biggest clubs in Europe in the women's game, and we need to be in that Champions League, don't we? So we are just about to get off and underway here on the 3G pitch in Sweden. It is, I say, Paris attacking a goal to our right. They're going to kick off all in blue, and we are off and underway. Paris immediately knocked the ball up this near side, Arsenal's left, sorry. It's a poor clearance actually straight away there from Lotta Ruben-Moy, but Arsenal do pick the ball up with Frida Marnham steaming through the midfield. Frida, she's tackled there. There's a good tackle actually there from the defender Sissoko, I think it was, and Paris have started this game very brightly actually. So we'll see what happens here. Terry says, ain't it nice to see a strong 11 and a bench for a class? Actually, it is, and isn't it nice to see players playing in their normal positions as well? No inverted left backs or right backs, no inverted wingers, just players playing in their strongest positions. And hopefully it's going to lead to a strong Arsenal performance. Amanda Illister's in there to cut that ball out, plays it in to midfield. Kim Little shuffles it back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger, who's all in blue as well, but her blue is much lighter than Paris. There's a little bit of a clash actually there. I don't know how she's managed to get away with that. But anyway, she's got the ball again. Manu Zinsberger. Maybe she should have been wearing yellow, but anyway, Lotta Ruben-Moy plays it out to Amanda Illister over on that far side in the sunny side of the pitch. Plays a long ball forward up that far side, looking for the run of Chloe Lacasse, but it's cleared away by the Paris defence. Arsenal have a throw in front of their dugouts over on that far side. Noel Moritz plays it back again to Illister, plays it up that line again. It's a good ball looking in for the run behind of Stina Black-Stenius, what Chloe Lacasse it is, but she can't keep it in. It's gone out for a throw to Paris. We've played 1.5 minutes. Arsenal haven't really settled yet, actually. It's been a little bit of a slow one. We've got Hadder in the chat there watching live from Kenya. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Please give us a like as well. And hopefully you can enjoy the coverage that we're going to bring you. Anyway, Paris winning the ball over on that far side. But again, Amanda Illister's in, lost that ball forward for Stina over on that far side, touches it off to Chloe Lacasse. She plays it back. This is good football from Arsenal. Now on the edge of the penalty area. Lovely ball through. There's a little bit of space there for Frida Marnham, but she couldn't quite get on the end of that ball to get the cross in. It's gone behind for a goal kick to Paris. That was good play from Arsenal over on that far side. Lacasse and Kim Little linking up well there. Nice little ball through to Frida Marnham's running behind, but it was just overhit slightly. It's gone out for a goal kick, which the goalkeeper, N. Dozie, is going to take the Nigerian. She's got heavily strapped on both knees, actually, the goalkeeper there for Paris. So looks like she's carrying a little bit of an injury anyway. Paris are trying to come forward now, but Steph Catley steps in, wins that ball. In fact, it was Lotta Ruben-Moy, sorry. And now it is with Amanda Illister. New signing, of course, from Sweden. What a lot of goals she scored in that World Cup, didn't she? 4 goals she scored for Sweden. One of the top scorers in the World Cup for a defender. That wasn't too bad, was it? Anyway, Arsenal just knocking the ball around at the back now. Manu Zinsberger to Lotta Wubben-Moy again finds Amanda Illerstadt over on that far side, bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Right over on that touchline is Noel Moritz. Runs into a little bit of trouble there, but we managed to keep the ball. And in the end, it's played back by Kim Little to Manu Zinsberger. Now it's with Lotta Wubben-Moy. And again, she finds Amanda Illerstadt over on that far side. And it goes back to goalkeeper Manu Zinsberger just outside the Arsenal penalty area, plays it in to midfield. Touched away there by Leah Walty again to Amanda Illerstadt. She's a lot of the ball in this opening stage is the Swedish defender back in her home country, of course, here in Linköping. But Arsenal have lost the ball. And now a break on for Paris. But Lotta Wubben-Moy is across. Strong defending from her. Really good play there from Lotta Wubben-Moy. Leaves the Paris striker on the line, on the floor. But then she's actually given the ball away. It took too long to get rid of it, Lotta. But she just sees that one out. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Good play initially there from Lotta Wubben-Moy, but when in, she maybe could have got rid of the ball a little bit quicker. She was closed down and almost caused some problems there for Arsenal. But in the end, very strong defending, and the ball went behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. Steph Catley now on this near side plays it back to Lotta, and now it goes all the way across to Amanda Illerstadt over on that far side. Alice says there, or Paris FC TV. Is it on Paris? I was on there. I thought you had to have a membership to be able to watch it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's on arsenal.com anyway. I think you need a membership for that as well, but I think it's free to sign up. I'm not sure. Anyway, Arsenal back in possession in midfield. Back now with Lotta Wubben-Moy. Arsenal have had most of the possession in these opening 4.5 minutes. We haven't created a chance really yet, though. Haven't tested the Paris goalkeeper, who looks, I say, got heavily strapped knees. So we need to maybe test her a bit more. That's a long ball played up that far side. Again, looking for the run of Stina Blackstenius. She runs those lines really well, doesn't she? Such a hard-working player. And she's won a throw for Arsenal in the attacking third over on that far side. Comes in again. It's with Stina. Nice touch from Stina back on her course of ground that she knows very well. Former club, of course, played here. Steph Catley now, a little bit of space on the edge of the box. Nice little 1-2. Gives it back again. The shot comes in from Frida Marnham just over the top. In fact, it was deflected over. It's a corner to Arsenal. Lovely play there on the edge of the penalty area. Steph Catley and Frida Marnham there playing a 1-2 on the edge of the box. Lovely play, and then Frida Marnham's shot comes in. In fact, I think it might have just been a save by the goalkeeper. Anyway, it's going to be a corner to Arsenal over on this far side. That's the first shot at goal that we've had, and it was brilliant, a brilliant effort as well. 5.5 minutes. It is now a corner to Arsenal on this near side, which Frida Marnham is going to take herself. Of course, it was her shot just then that brought this corner in the first place. And it's going to be another corner now to Arsenal. Well, the first corner, sorry. Frida Marnham plays into the near post. The goalkeeper misses it. Comes all the way up to the far post. Header comes in. It's off the line. Lotta Wubben-Moy it was. Cleared off the line. But still Arsenal coming forward. Chloe Lacasse on that far side. Can she get the cross in? She can to the edge of the 6-yard box. But Paris defence managed to clear the ball away. And now they can come forward themselves over on that far side. But Arsenal getting close there to a goal. But now Paris on the counter-attack. They've got a player over here making a run through the middle. They've found it here, and Paris now, the momentum's gone out of that attack slightly, but they're still in possession over on that far side. 2 chances over Arsenal there. One saved by the goalkeeper, and then a header at the far post from Lotta Wubben-Moy was cleared off the line. Arsenal so close to getting the early goal, which would settle us down. All that back pass is a little bit short. Stina's going to chase the goalkeeper down, but she's done well actually there. Endozi there did well, the goalkeeper. Under a little bit of pressure there from Stina Blackstenius, but Paris have played the ball out over on that far side. Under pressure there from the Arsenal forwards, and Arsenal won a throw. They're just showing this corner again. The goalkeeper didn't do particularly well. Lotta Wubben-Moy's header was cleared off the line by Julie Sawyer. It was the French defender to keep it at 0-0. Arsenal so close there. Terry says there, by the way, well done yesterday, Richard. Can everyone in the chat give a thumbs up for running a 5K race and doing it in 26 minutes in this heat? Yeah, no, it was good fun last night. And just to make things even worse, I just played football this morning and ran another 6 miles in that game that we lost. But anyway, it was good. Steve says, well done. So, cheers, mate. Yeah, thanks a lot. The video's on my other channel, actually. It was a good run. I enjoyed it. But anyway, it's the Arsenal girls here that need to do some defending. There's a free kick to Paris over on that far side. let's see if Arsenal can deal with this. We need to deal with this. We don't want to go behind in this game against a team that will probably be looking to defend and play on a counter-attack. You don't want to go behind to a team like that, do we? Anyway, they've got a free kick over on this far side there, left-hand side. Everybody's lined up just outside the penalty area. The Arsenal defenders all in a line. We need to defend this well. The ball's going to come in now. It does come in. It's a dangerous ball, but actually it's going to run all the way through to Manu Zinsberger, the Arsenal goalkeeper. She'll probably be feeling a little bit under pressure for her place in the team, won't she, with the signing of Sabrina D'Angelo, who did well at the end of last season. So we'll see. And of course, there are rumours that Arsenal after Mary Earps, which would be a strange one, wouldn't it? I mean, not strange because she's not a great goalkeeper, but just strange because we've got two very good goalkeepers already. So it just seems strange to get a third one, doesn't it? But anyway, I'm sure we're going to get one more player in. Jonas did say, didn't he, was looking at least one more player coming in. I think it might well be a midfield player, if I'm honest, rather than a goalkeeper. But we'll see. There's still a week or so of window left, isn't there, for the WSL window. It shuts on the 14th of September. So still a few days left for Arsenal to get this last deal done. But we need to get through this first. I think Champions League football is an important pull, isn't it, for anybody coming to change clubs. Paris trying to come forward over on that far side. Amanda Illerstad's there. So a very good start to this game. The Swedish defender back in our home country. That was Zinsberger. Plays this ball up this near side, looking for Caitlin Ford. Who's not been in the game at all yet, has she, Caitlin? She was so impressive, wasn't she, on Wednesday evening against the Swedish host, but she hasn't really got in the game yet. But now Arsenal got a counter-attack. It's a good run forward here from Frida Marnen, but she maybe overrun the ball. She could have maybe played it through to Stina Blackstenius a little bit earlier there, actually, Frida Marnen, but she held on to the ball and got tackled, and now the ball's back with the goalkeeper, Josie, over on that far side now. Gets the ball back again at the Nigerian goalkeeper for Paris. Stina puts on a little bit of pressure, but she's got plenty of time to play the ball out to that far side. Paris now looking for a little bit of possession, but that's a poor ball. And Arsenal again, it can break forward, but that's not a great touch there from Frida Marnen, actually. Just went off her out for a throw to Paris, just in front of the Arsenal bench. Sitting in the sunshine over on that far side. Very, very warm day in Sweden. Very, very warm day here as well in England. I have to say, it's been really, really warm the last week or so. Probably the hottest week of the year. And a mistake from Arsenal there. Ball played over the top, but Manu's in. But oh, she's a little bit slow coming out. Oh, nearly a calamity at the back there for Arsenal between Steph Catley and Manu Zinsberger. The ball looked like it was going to run through to the goalkeeper. She seemed a little bit slow coming out there, and Steph was in 2 minds whether to clear it or not. Almost led to a chance there for Paris, but in the end, Arsenal did manage to get that ball away. But wow, that was a nervy moment there at the back for Arsenal. Not quite sure what we were going to be doing there. But anyway, we got away with it. Terry says there, could you imagine if we get Earps as well? The girls will be the Man City of the men's team. Well, yeah, I suppose. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Caitlin Ford now has got the ball running at that Paris defence. Oh, she tried to find Steph Catley, but the ball was cut out there and it's gone back to the goalkeeper. First time Caitlin Ford's really had the ball there, running at that Paris defence, looking very, very dangerous again when she's got the ball at her feet, doesn't she, Caitlin Ford? She had a great World Cup. She had a great game the other night, really, and she had a great finish the last season as well, didn't she? She's really playing well at the moment, Caitlin Ford, really stepping up when needed. Amanda Illerstad's across there, good defending again. She's had a very, very good start to this game. And new Swedish defender, Steph Catley there, does well, finds Caitlin Ford back to goal. Caitlin Ford's done really well again, but ran into a little bit of trouble. In fact, she was fouled, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Good play that was just before, though, from Caitlin Ford, having a good run at the Paris defence. That's what we want her to do, don't we? Get her on the ball, get her running at that defence, because we know how dangerous she can be. Anyway, Arsenal took this free kick now, have we? In fact, it's right on this near side. It's going to be Steph Catley to take it. Steve says there, will Chelsea still be the team to beat? Well, yeah, of course they will. They're always the team to beat, aren't they? But I think we've got good momentum now. We've got players back fit again. We've got a very good squad. We've had a good transfer window, which might get even better still yet. So no, I'm confident that Chelsea will be the team to beat. Of course they will. We know that. And if you finish above Chelsea, you pretty much are going to win the WSL, aren't you? So, but we've got a great chance. And we have also got a great chance in Europe. Coming forward again, that's a great ball over on that far side. Chloe Lacasse, Stina Blackstenius is in the box with Caitlin Ford. Good play from the Canadian, plays it back again. Oh, missed kick from, was it Kim Little there on the edge of the penalty area? No, it wasn't actually. I think it might have been Noel Moritz actually had got forward. But it was Noel Moritz there. Miskicked the ball inside the penalty area. A bit more of a connection on that. Either a shot at goal or a ball into Stina Blackstenius could have brought the first goal for Arsenal, but it wasn't to be. But we are coming forward again now. Nice touch here. It's going to put Steph Catlin a little bit of space on this near side. Steph plays it back again to Caitlin Ford, who's getting a little bit more impact in the game now. Then Leah Volti plays it back to Caitlin, and she touches it off to Lotta Wubenmoy. This side of the pitch on the near side, Arsenal's left, is in the shade of the sun in the afternoon here in Sweden. Amanda Illerstadt there, long ball over the top there, looking for the running behind of Caitlin Ford, but it was over hit there, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Paris. What a good signing Amanda Illerstadt's going to prove to be, I'm sure. Apart from anything else, of course, you know, Jonas knows her from their time in Sweden, but she's a very, very good player. She's a decent defender, and also, as well, as we saw in the World Cup, she's a threat from set pieces at the other end as well, isn't she? Very, very strong in the air, and I think that's what we needed. We're still yet to see our new Spanish defender, Leah Cadena, as well, who's not played yet. Of course, late back from the World Cup, having, of course, won that particular tournament. I'm sure we'll see her at some stage before the start of the WSL. Maybe in that two-legged tie, if we get through this today, I'm sure we'll see her then, and that'll be good as well, won't it? It's another good new signing for Arsenal. So it's been a really positive transfer window, hasn't it? Of course, Alessia Russo, the big name signing, if you like, is on the bench today. She looked a little bit off the pace, didn't she? I thought on Wednesday, missed a couple of big chances, especially that header that she should have scored. And yeah, it wasn't her best game, was it? Unfortunately, for Alessia Russo. But I think, you know, she's come back late, obviously, having played in the World Cup final. So we have to cut a little bit of slack, I think. I'm sure she'll be a brilliant, brilliant player for us. We know what her quality is like, as we saw in the World Cup, didn't we? Some of those goals that she scored for England, really important goals. She's a big game player, isn't she? The only England international player ever to score in 2 tournament semi-finals. So we know she's a big game player. Anyway, Arsenal just broken up that Paris attack. Can try and come forward now. This is good running again from Caitlin Ford. It's a lovely, almost a lovely ball played through to Stina. A great run from Stina on this near side, but the ball is just cut out. But again, a great run there from Caitlin Ford. Suddenly getting into the game now. She must have heard me say that she hadn't had the ball for the first 10 minutes. Terry says, Steve, there's a new rule. You're not allowed to mention that word in the chat. Yeah, well, we hopefully we'll be mentioning them because we're ahead of them in the league, and we'll be laughing at them, won't we? So we will mention them then when they are trying to catch us up and we're beating them and stuff like that. We'll talk about them a lot, won't we? Because we like Emma's face, don't we, when Chelsea lose, especially when they lose to us, which hasn't happened often in recent years, but Jonas has managed to beat her twice already, hasn't he, in his 2 seasons? So let's hope we can beat her a couple more times this year. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And let's hope we can build on that Continental Cup victory and win. Maybe a slightly, you know, I'm not going to dismiss the Continental Cup. It was brilliant to win that last season. But this season we need to win something bigger than that, don't we? And we'll have a great chance because this is a very, very good group of players playing confidently. And we've got quality on the bench as well, haven't we, to be able to come on. And don't forget, we're still waiting for Viv Miedemar to return. Hopefully not too far away. I think Leah Williamson's going to be a few months away yet, isn't she, until we see her back playing again. She's been running on a treadmill, Leah Williamson, so she's recovering well. She's doing as much as she can at this point. But, yeah, still a long way to go until she will be fit and playing in the team, but we look forward to her returning as well. And Arsenal won the ball up high up the pitch now, trying to come forward. Stina lays the ball off. Surely that's a foul, ref. It is a foul on Kim Little. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. I think there's too many complaints about that. It was Kim Little won the ball back initially for Arsenal. Stina just touched it off, and it was a foul there. She was pushed over, Kim. She had a great game, didn't she, the other night as well? Kim Little looked really sharp, didn't she? Helped set up one of the goals. In fact, it was the first goal, wasn't it? It was her cross that set up that first goal. And, you know, good to see her back, isn't it? Because, you know, she missed the end of last season, how important, you know, what a big role she could have played in that Champions League game at the end, you know, and one or two others. And Arsenal coming forward again over on that far side. This is good football from Arsenal. We're playing well in this game without really threatening a goal too much at this stage, but we just maybe overdid it a little bit too much there. It was Chloe Lacasse, I think it was. But Arsenal again have won the ball back, and surely that's another foul over on that far side. It was Thiney there with the foul. The captain for Paris FC. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal right over on this far side. We've got Loki in the chat here, my friend. Hope you well. He says, afternoon, Rich and chat. What time are you on in the match? We are on 18 minutes and 25 seconds at the moment. Terry says the Gooner girls are winning everything. I don't know about winning everything, mate. It'd be nice. I think it's more likely to be, you know, one or two would be nice, wouldn't it? One or two of the big ones. We know which two we would like to be the best, but let's not get too carried away yet. We need to be in the Champions League before we can think about winning. Anyway, this free kick comes in. It wasn't a great free kick, actually, from Frida. Didn't even beat the first defender. And Arsenal now back in possession inside their own half. And that ball there from Noel Moritz is played back to Manu Zinsberg. A poor free kick that from Frida, actually. She didn't get enough height on it at all. And it was easily dealt with there by the Paris defence. Not a great an opportunity to get the ball in the box and cause some problems. Didn't really manage to do it then, did we? Steve says, yeah, sounds good, Terry. I take 2 big cups, be very happy. I think we'll all be happy with 2, mate. Absolutely. It's an improvement on last season, isn't it? I mean, I think we all want to win the WSL, don't we? That's the one that matters, really. The Champions League would be a massive bonus. We showed last season that we can compete, and that was with a depleted squad at the time. So I'm sure with everybody fit and firing and new signings as well, I think we've got a real chance again in Europe this season. But yeah, let's look for that WSL top. That's the one we want, isn't it? That is the one that we want. Loki says there, Kim Little is a class above, always as type. Yeah, she's a fantastic player. And we missed her, didn't we, at the end of last season when she was injured? We really missed her badly, didn't we? Charlotte says there, I'm watching it on Paris FC website. Oh, good stuff. I'm glad you're watching it. Hope you stay with us as well, though. Don't, you know, have us on and have the game on as well. Just turn the sound down on the game and that's fine. Amanda Willis that now plays that ball up that far side again. Arsenal looking good in possession for 2/3 of the pitch, but then we haven't really threatened the goalkeeper. We're just that one shot, and now suddenly Paris on the counter attack. The ball played out to that far side. Opportunity for Paris to get the ball into the box, maybe, or a little bit too easy there on that far side. Paris coming forward, the ball into the box. Header comes in, but it's a poor header. It's gone wide. It was Bourdieu there with the header. Not great defending from Chloe Lacasse, it has to be said. Bit too easy there. The cross came in, but the header there was miles off target, and it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. But yeah, the first real threat there that Paris have made in terms of opportunities at goal. We've played 21 minutes, so we're nearly halfway through this first half, and it's been a decent performance from Arsenal, but we haven't really threatened a goal too often, have we? There was that one shot from Frida which was tipped over the bar, and then from that very same corner, Lotta's header was cleared off the line, wasn't it? But other than that, we've not really created anything in open play yet, which is quite surprising because we've had a lot of the ball, knocking it around well. But anyway, Terry says that there ain't one team that will want to draw us in any of the cups, even Europe. The WSL is a foregone conclusion in my mind. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, you know, we know how strong Chelsea are, and you can't afford any slip-ups in the league, can you really? But looking at our squad now, we look as though we've got as good a squad as we could hope for, really. It's just a matter of making sure that we get it all right when it matters and we don't throw away some silly points. And let's hope and pray that we don't get the injury problems that we had last season, because that would be an absolute disaster, wouldn't it? You know, we coped as well as we could last year, and there's no doubt we would have put in a much stronger WSL challenge with everybody fit. And I believe we would have got to the Champions League final as well. You know, to go as far as we did to the 120th minute of that semi-final second leg against a Wolfsburg team that have won it before. a lot of times they know what it's all about. And for us to get that close with the team that we had out that night, I mean, let's be honest, you know, that's not a team, and we didn't have much on the bench, did we? To do what we did was incredible. So, you know, with everybody fit and firing, we'll have a great chance. And you're right, no one will want to draw against us. We've got to be in that first, haven't we? And to do that, we need to win this game. We're coming forward now. That's a lovely play. It's a lovely ball. Stina's in behind inside the box. The angle's a bit tight. Can she get the shot away? Oh, she does. The goalie saves it out the near post. Stina a little bit too wide there, really, to hope to score necessarily, but she did really well. It's a lovely ball, actually, from Chloe Lacasse in behind the Paris defence. Stina has a very tight angle. The ball came in. In fact, it's a corner. The goalkeeper took it out of play at the near post. And it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Good play there from Stina and Chloe Lacasse. Steve says they're best 12 fit. Win the WSL. Well, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's worry about getting through in the Champions League first. We're midway through this first half. It is still Arsenal 0, Paris FC 0. Arsenal have got another corner. We nearly scored for the last one. Amanda Ilestat is in that 6-yard box. We know what a threat she is. Can she get her first Arsenal goal here? It's a corner over on that far side. Steph Catley is going to bend it in with her left foot. She does bend it in to the near post. Goalkeeper struggles again, but does manage to punch it clear. And as usual, when a goalkeeper goes down under a challenge, they win a free kick, and that's what's happened there. Good corner though from Steph Catley. Goalkeeper punched. I'm not quite sure how that was a foul. The goalkeeper just come and punched the ball. But anyway, goalkeepers are very overprotected, aren't they, inside the penalty area? But anyway, it is going to be a free kick to Paris inside their own penalty area. Terry says, we've got Super Gem BE, the world's the Gooner Girls oyster. Well, yeah, I mean, I said it the other night on the show, didn't I? That, you know, I don't think any of us were expecting Jen to play as much of a role as she had to at the end of the season. And she was brilliant. You have to say she stepped up. That goal against Wolfsburg will live long in the memory. Plus her body check on Pop straight afterwards was even better, wasn't it? Anyway, Paris now coming forward. Oh, she's in behind. It's an opportunity for Paris. On this near side, the ball in at the near post. Good save from Manu Zinsberg. Again, a bit similar to the Black Stenius one just before. It was a very, very tight angle, and Manu Zinsberger there has played that, covered the angles well. But the first time it was Julie Defour actually with that shot there. Good save at the near post from Manu Zinsberger. But that was good play from Paris, actually. That was a quick counter-attack, and that's what we're going to have to be careful of, aren't we? We can't allow ourselves to switch off too much, because as soon as we do, they've got some quality, haven't they? And they've got a corner. It's their first corner, which Stein is going to take on this near side. The captain for Paris. What's their set pieces like? What's our defending of set pieces like? Because previously we've not always been the most solid and reliable, have we, at defending set pieces? You know, when this one comes in towards the near post, headed more up than out by a lot of Wubenmoy. Under pressure there, Manu Zinsberger, but she does well, grabs the ball, and then throws it out on his far side. Arsenal maybe can try and launch a counter-attack. Stina Blackstenius lays the ball off to Chloe Lacasse, and Arsenal have been forced all the way back. Looked like a quick counter-attack there, but in the end, the ball's played back. Oh, that's nice play in midfield. The ball played forward. Again, it's into Frida Marlin. There's runners here on this near side. Caitlin Fall's done really well. Plays it forward. Steph Catley, can she get on the end of it? It's just overrun. Nice play, though, from Arsenal there. The two Australians trying to link up well on this near side. Steph Catley burst forward, and what a great World Cup she had as well, actually. We have to say that the two Australians played, all the Australian teams played well, didn't they? Unfortunate in the end, of course, against England in the semi-final, where I thought that was England's best performance, wasn't it? By a long way. But yeah, Australia, what a great World Cup they had as hosts. Anyway, Arsenal now trying to come forward over on that far side. Should win this ball here. Lotta Wubenmoy does well. Does really well. Sure, that's a handball there from the Paris player. It is. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It was the Slovakian Caruso there with the handball in the middle of the pitch. And Arsenal got a free kick, an opportunity to get the ball in the box. Let's hope it's a better delivery than last time, because the last free kick was really poor, wasn't it? From Frida Marlin. This one is very, very central. It's more difficult, isn't it? You haven't really got the angle you've got to just try and dink the ball in towards a penalty area, haven't you? When it's so central, because it's too far out for a shot, even though we know Frida has got a good shot on her. She scored from distance before. This is maybe a little bit too far out even for her. Steph Catley's over it as well. We know she can hit a good set piece, but this is what, a good 40 yards out. You're not going to score from there, are you? Let's be honest. A nice little dink towards the penalty area, or between the penalty area and the penalty spot's a good place to put this ball, isn't it? The goalie might commit, and there could be an opportunity here, but it's going to be, looks like it's going to be Frida Minor with the free kick. It is dinked into the penalty, headed out though by the Paris defence. It's put back in again. The second ball from Kim Little finds Caitlin Ford on this near side. She's done well again, Caitlin Ford. There's a ball out wide over on that far side. Goes back instead to Noel Moritz. Now has gone out to that far side with Chloe Lacache. Is going to have a little run. It's a good run. This is a really good run. Pulls the ball back. It's going to be an effort there. Oh, it wasn't quite full there for Caitlin Ford at the near post. A great run from Chloe Lacasse over on that far side. Brilliant, brilliant play from her. Really good run. Just went past the defender like she wasn't there. Got to the byline, pulled the ball back, looking for Caitlin Ford. It was good defending, actually. And then Lotte Wubenmoy, I think, has conceded a free kick, looking to get on the end of the follow-up. Terry says Lotte playing all the flicks and tricks. Yeah, she's done a few today. She's looked pretty good. She did make that one mistake, though, didn't she? But Chloe Lacasse there, what a run that was. You can see the quality that she's going to bring to the team. Another of our new signings, of course. I say some great new signings that we've made. Great to see these girls in the team settling in already. And there's one of the other ones, Amanda Illistat, brings the ball forward for Arsenal, plays out to that far side. It's a good ball. Noel Moritz, again, trying to get Chloe Lacasse in, but this time it was defended well by Paris. And now we're looking to try and launch a counter-attack. We've played 29 minutes here in Linköping in Sweden. It is still Arsenal 0, Paris 0. And Arsenal had a good spell in the last 5 minutes. Oh, that back pass again is a little bit short, but the goalkeeper's back out again, right out of her area now, playing the sweeper keeper role. And actually, it works pretty well. But that ball forward there's no Paris player anywhere near that ball, and it's going to be nice and comfortable for Noel Moritz. In fact, it's going to run out for a goal kick to Arsenal. There's another ball back in quickly there from Manu Zinsberger, finds Lotte Wubenmoy. And just as we say that, the camera decides to fail in Sweden now. Not quite sure what's happened there. Hopefully we'll get the action back in a minute. Not quite sure where it's gone. It's back now. A few little technical issues. Oh, it's gone back. It's gone again. It must be some technical issues in Sweden. Anyway, we are back, and Amanda Illistat now has got the ball, plays it forward to Kim Little. Gets it back again, the Swedish defender. Now it's over on that far side. Noel Moritz plays it up the line. Nice little flick there, looking for Chloe Lacasse. It's a good play from Arsenal. Frida Minor now looking to get clear, but good defending actually from Paris. And you have to say they've defended well, the French side, haven't they, in this first half? It's not been easy for Arsenal. We've had a lot of the ball in front of them. We haven't been able to get behind too often. Chloe Lacasse did a few moments ago and almost created a chance for Caitlin Ford, but we haven't really managed to get behind them enough yet, have we? And that's been one of the problems, actually. But you have to give credit to Paris for some really, really strong defending. You have to say that. So fair play to them. They're doing well. But the onus is on Arsenal, of course, to get the goal. Arsenal massive favourites to win this game and progress through to that two-legged playoff semi-final. But it's another corner to Paris. Their second corner of this first half. It's over on the far side this time. The first one didn't really cause us too many problems, did it? Let's see what happens from this corner. We've played 31 and a half minutes here in Sweden. It is still Arsenal 0, Paris 0. Massive, massive game this is for the Arsenal women. A corner comes into the near post. Well, it wasn't particularly well defended, actually. It's going to run behind for another corner. No, it's kept in. Paris can keep this attack moving, and they're going to try to find a breakthrough themselves, maybe. They've not really created too many opportunities either, have they? Anyway, going to try a shot from distance. Now the ball dinks into the box. A little bit of space inside the penalty. A good defending there from Lotte Wubenmoy. It was a big hoof clearance, but Steener's underneath it. And surely that's a foul there. And it could even be a yellow card. There, Steener's gone down. A heavy challenge on her from behind from the defender, Julie Sayer. And Steener's going to need some treatment here. She tried to hold the ball up there and got a whack in the back of the head. And she's getting some treatment now. I'm sure she's going to be okay. But she needs to be getting more rough treatment from the... Oh, she headed her right in the back of the head. She headed the ball, maybe. I'm not really sure. But anyway, she's getting some treatment. I'm sure she's going to be okay. Stina, she's made of stern stuff, isn't she, the Swede? Terry says the Champions League is going to cause left backs. Oh, Chloe Lacasse is going to cause left backs a nightmare. Yeah, she looks very, very good, doesn't she? Stina's just come over to this near touchline here, having received that treatment. She looks like she's going to be fine. I'm sure she will. Rajendra says, I think it's been 60-40. The possession, yeah, I mean, I think we've had a lot more possession, and there's been very few chances, has there? But Paris have done well. You know, they're doing well. We're playing pretty well, but we're just lacking fluidity in that final third, aren't we? At the moment, but you know, it's still quite early in pre-season for us, and it's quite early, obviously, in this game still. We've played 33 minutes. Arsenal 0, Paris FC 0. It is a free kick to Arsenal on this near side, about 5 yards in from the touchline, where Stina was fouled. She's going to come back on again when she's given the signal by the referee, and she has. And Stina is back on again. It's going to be a throw to Paris on this near side. It was Zinsberger there that kicked that ball out. And Stina's okay. I'm sure she will be. And hopefully she can get herself a goal again on this stadium that she knows, of course, very, very well. Anyway, it's a free kick. It's a throw on this near side. It is Sawyer who's going to take it. She was a defender there who was involved in that incident with Stina just a moment ago. Paris now coming forward. This is a good play for them. Good touch there from Leah Walty, actually, to just knock the ball away there from the Paris player who was trying to... It was Matteo, actually. And it was a good play. But now Paris trying to win the ball back high up the pitch there over on that far side, but it's actually a foul. And the referee just goes across to have a word there with the Paris defender. It was a foul there on Chloe Lacasse. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. We've got 10 minutes or so of this first half to play. It's been a very, very tight first half, hasn't it? Not a lot in it, really. But Arsenal have been the better team. We've had more of the possession, but we've not really been able to create too many big opportunities ever. Anyway, Leah Walty now plays the ball forward to Stina, holds it up well. Stina, lovely play there. And that ball, it's a poor ball over from Leah Walty, looking for Caitlin Ford. It's been cut out quite easily. And now Paris can try to break forward. And they've done well, actually, here. This is good play. And she needs a bit of support now. She's got it square. Shot's going to come in from distance. Hits Amanda Illerstadt. And now, hopefully, Steph Catley can complete the clearance. She does well, Steph Catley. Caitlin Ford, really well. And then wins the throw for Arsenal. Good play there from Caitlin. Well, brilliant touch. And then managed to win at the throw. Now Arsenal got possession in midfield. Kim Little just touches it off to Amanda Illerstadt over on that far side. Now it's with Noel Moritz over on the sunny half of the pitch. Amanda Illerstadt again just plays it back to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Arsenal just keeping possession. And Amanda Illerstadt now over on that far side, coming up towards halfway. Plays it back all the way though to Manu Zinsberger. Arsenal not found a way to break down this Paris defence as yet, have we, in this first half? Not really had too many opportunities, but we might get one now. That's a ball played again over on that far side. Chloe Lacasse again. Can she get across? And it's a decent cross towards the near post, but it's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. And Stina Blackstenius couldn't get on the end of it there. And it's gone into the arms of the goalkeeper. Good play again from Chloe Lacasse over on that far side. She's had a decent first half, hasn't she? The Canadian, great goal scoring record that she had for Benfica. Now Arsenal trying to come forward again, won the ball back high up the pitch, but overdone it a little bit there, actually, and we've lost the ball again. In fact, there's a foul on Leah Walty, and it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, coming down towards the last few minutes of this first half. Leah Walty there. Well, again, it was a foul. They've committed a few fouls, haven't they, Paris? They're trying to obviously put us out of our stride as well. And it sort of works, hasn't it, to a certain degree, because we haven't really got in full flow yet, have we? But anyway, Let's see if we can get an opportunity here from this free kick. It's midway inside the Paris half, just slightly over to that far side, Arsenal's right. Steph Catley and Frida Marnham, as always, are over this set piece. Looks like it will probably be Frida Marnham again. She does tend to take most of them, doesn't she? Let's have a look and see. The ball comes in towards the penalty. Again, it's not a great free kick, headed out quite easily by the Paris defence. Leah Walty now picks the ball up, plays it forward up that near side to Caitlin Ford, holds off two defenders, Caitlin Ford, and wins the throw. There's a good run off the ball there from Frida Marnham, trying to get back into the penalty over on that near side, but cleared away again. Two defenders around her, and Paris have certainly worked hard defensively. Kim Little now trying to turn away, but Arsenal have got another throw, starting to crank up the pressure now as we move down towards half-time, Arsenal. But again, we can't find a way to break down this Paris defence. Very, very strong defensive performance it's been from the French side. Amanda Willis that there tries to play the ball forward, but it's been overhit. Stina had no chance with that. It's rolled through to the goalkeeper. 38.5 minutes played here in Linköping in Sweden. It is Arsenal 0, Paris FC 0. And not much to choose between the sides. I say Arsenal have probably been the slightly better team without creating too much. And Paris have only really had that one effort at goal, which was saved fairly comfortably at the near post by Manu Zinsberger. So Arsenal just need to do a little bit more. And it was a bit similar to the game the other night, wasn't it? And in the second half, our superior quality and our extra fitness maybe as well sort of showed a bit, didn't it, in the end? And we managed to get the goals to win the game. We've got another free kick. We've had a lot of free kicks in this first half, haven't we? Paris are certainly getting in our faces, aren't they? Trying to stop us from playing. And it's stopping us getting too much flow as well, isn't it? Which isn't really helping overall. But anyway, let's see if we can find a goal. Terry says there, come on, chat, let's get up to 50 likes by half time. Yes, please, let's get to 50 likes. But I don't know what we're on, I can't see. But yeah, if you haven't given us a like yet, please do. So anyway, we're coming forward now. This is maybe an opportunity. Chloe Lacasse plays one in for Stina at the near post. Oh, she couldn't quite get a flick on that. If she did, it could have led to a goal there for Arsenal. Again, Chloe Lacasse is the danger. In fact, that was Noel Moritz, getting forward over on that far side. It's a nice ball in, and Caitlin Ford was coming in as well, but Stina couldn't quite get a touch on that. Just slightly too far ahead of her it was. But Arsenal starting to have a lot of joy down that right-hand side, aren't we? But now it's Paris coming forward down that same side of the pitch. They've got a player over here, actually. This is a dangerous moment for Arsenal. The ball inside at the Arsenal penalty area. Little step inside. Great defending that was there. I think it was Lotta Wouben-Moy with the block. Possibly Steph Catley might be actually. It was good defending, good block. But Paris are still in possession on this near side, looking for a goal themselves. It looks like they fancy their chances in this game. And they've won another corner. So that's what, they've had 3 or 4 corners now, haven't they, Paris? They've certainly grown into this game. And they look dangerous on the counter attack, don't they? So we need to be careful. But yeah, so far it's been frustrating game, isn't it, for Arsenal? There's no doubt about that. But there is still a lot of time to play still, isn't there, for us to get the goal that we need. But it is a corner at the moment to Paris. We've got to defend this well against a team that are good at defending, aren't they? So corner comes in, Amanda Willis that there gets the header clear, and now Arsenal can get the ball away over on that far side. But again, it's not a great ball, and Arsenal again are put under pressure by their own mistakes, really. And they're coming forward again. Sissoko over on that far side for Paris, but that ball's cleared away by Amanda Willis, who's had a very, very good game at the back for Arsenal. She dinks that ball forward, but there's nobody there. Arsenal just sitting a little bit deep now. Chloe Lacasse is after that, but it goes back to the goalkeeper. And Paris now in possession again, which isn't really what we want to see, is it? But anyway, we're coming down towards half-time. 42 minutes played. It's still Arsenal 0, Paris 0. A game of very, very few chances, but a lot of free kicks to Arsenal. That time it's Frida Marnham who's fouled right over on that far side in front of the Arsenal bench. And Paris aren't frightened to get stuck in, are they? Make it difficult for us, which they've done. And they've done it again there. But Arsenal have got a free kick, an opportunity now to maybe get the ball swung into the box. Again, it's Steph Catley and Frida Marnham over this free kick. There was a yellow card there, actually, the first yellow card of the game. And it's gone to, unsurprisingly, it's gone to Paris. But Arsenal now got a free kick over on this far side. It is Steph Catley with a better ball, but it's headed away by the Paris defence there. Stina was trying to get on the end of it. In fact, Amanda Willis that it was, sorry, trying to get on the end of it. We know how dangerous she is from those particular moments. But now Paris trying to come forward over on this far side. They've got a counter-attack. They're coming forward. Paris, are they not going to get the lead? Are they? Poor ball into the box. So Leah Waltz is there. Good position from her, actually, to clear that away. Ball played away, though, by Arsenal. But Stina Blackstenius, surely that's a foul as well over on that far side. So we're coming down into the last minute now of the first half. It is still Arsenal 0, Paris 0. And Arsenal are going to have to do a little bit more in the attacking third, aren't we, in the second half? But Amanda Illistat again plays the ball forward up that far side. That's going to work well for Arsenal this season, you feel, especially when Beth Mead is back fit again. Kim Little now plays it into Leah Volti. And Arsenal trying to find a breakthrough just before half time. It's a good ball again up that far side. Chloe Lacasse again looking to create some problems there for the Paris defence. In fact, that's Frida Marnham, sorry, out there. Plays the ball back in to Leah Volti. Plays it back again to Frida Marnham into the last, 20 seconds of normal time of this first half. There's going to be a little bit of stoppage time because there was an injury to Stina, wasn't there? And the goalkeeper as well for Paris as well got an injury. Kim Little then dinks that ball over the top. A little bit of space to get over on that far side for Chloe Lacasse. Cuts in. This could be a dangerous moment for Arsenal. Frida Marnham gives it back to Chloe Lacasse. Can she get across in? She does. Looking for Stina. Paris managed to clear it away. Not very far to Arsenal again. Pick it up Steph Catley on the edge of the penalty area. Finds Caitlin Ford. Arsenal finishing the half strongly. But Caitlin Ford's attempted cross was blocked. And it's gone out for a throw. Caitlin Ford takes it quickly. Good play there from Stina Blackstenius. Tries to hold it up, put under pressure though from two defenders, and Paris do manage to get the ball away. Again, good defending from the French team, you have to say. And they've won themselves a throw now. We're into stoppage time at the end of this first half. Anyway, Paris have now got a throw which they've taken. The ball is hoofed forward. But Arsenal pick it up again. Steph Catley on this near side. Plays it back to Lotta Wobermoy. We've played a minute of stoppage time. There won't be long left now, you feel. It's just a matter now of maybe another minute or so, perhaps, you feel. Amanda Illistat bringing the ball out of defence. She's probably been one of the best players in this first half for Arsenal, you have to say. She hasn't been tested too much defensively, but she's been very neat and tidy with the ball. Anyway, now they're coming forward again. Paris on this near side. Are they going to maybe find a goal before half time? Not like that, they're not, because Steph Catley's there to tidy that up and finds the pass to Kim Little. Very good in tight area and finds Steph Catley again. Thought about playing it up the line, but fought twice. But now she does. It's a poor ball, actually. And Paris are finishing this half on top, are they? Maybe they're going to fancy their chances of getting a goal. They've got a throw now on this near side, which Julie Sawyer's going to take. Throws it infield, gets it back again. We've played 2 minutes now of stoppage time. I don't know how much stoppage time was signalled. We didn't see it, but anyway, we still play on, and that ball's played forward. In fact, there goes the half-time whistle at the Bill Borson Arena here in Lynn Shopping. It is Arsenal 0, Paris 0. A very, very tight game. Not a lot in it. Arsenal have maybe been the better team very, very slightly. We had 2 big chances there. It was a shot from Frida Minor, tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper. Then from the resulting corner, it was Lotta Wilbermoy's header was cleared off the line. Only really one opportunity for, well, 2, I suppose. A poor header that went miles wide, and then a shot at the near post by who was it had that shot? I can't remember now. I think it might be Julie Defoe, and it was well saved by Manu Zinsberger. But that's really been it. There hasn't been a lot of opportunities at goal, really, has there? And yeah, it's a very, very tight game, isn't it? And Arsenal just need to play a little bit better in that final third. I think maybe move the ball a little bit quicker, and hopefully we can get the breakthrough. The goalie looks a little bit suspect, doesn't she, from crosses into the box, and maybe that's a way that we might score from a cross into the box potentially. We've got some height there, haven't we, now? Some players that can hit the ball. There was that shot from Stina as well at the near post, but never really threatened, did it, the goalkeeper too much from that tight angle. And they're just showing the Paris shot again. That's really it, isn't it? Not a game of too many chances, really, has there? It's been that sort of a game, but all to play for still in this second half, isn't it? And Arsenal are going to have to play better. Chloe Nakasa's had a decent game over on that right-hand side. A couple of good runs from her, some good balls into the box as well. And the highlights reel from that first half is generally showing a lot of fouls by the Paris players. That seems to be the story of that first half, really. Anyway, Terry says there, a good half, girls, just need to sort our final pass out into the box. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the final ball has been what's let us down a little bit, hasn't it, to be honest? That's been the one thing maybe that we haven't quite got right. But yeah, that they've played well, Paris defensively, haven't they? And Arsenal have found it difficult to make that breakthrough. But we've got 45. It was the same on Wednesday night, wasn't it? It was 0-0 at half time. So we shall see. But yeah, not great, is it? We shall see what happens in the second half. But anyway, let's have a look at that sort of good performance in spells in that first half, wasn't it? But I say we're just lacking that cutting edge, aren't we? That's been the problem a little bit, really. But you know, the good news is we've still got half an hour. And sorry, half an hour. We've got a second half. But yeah, so what did you make of that first half then, guys? Did you think Arsenal were the better team? Do you feel as though we are going to still win this game? I think we will. I think it's not going to be not easy, obviously, and it's been a very difficult first half. But we should have the quality, shouldn't we? Let's be honest, to get this job done, and hopefully we will. But anyway, we shall see what the second half brings. Frustrating, I think, is the word to describe that first half, isn't it? I think we all probably feel the same way, don't we? Frustration more than anything else. Steve says there should have had one goal. Yeah, potentially we could have done. We've been the better team. I'm not too concerned about that in that sense of things, but yeah, not really. You know, was hoping for a bit better quality in that final third, really, wasn't we? So we'll have to see what happens. Charlotte says there, go Gunners, we got this. Hope so. Really do hope so. Steve says coffee time. Yeah, well, keep yourself awake, mate, because I know it's late, isn't it, where you are in the land down under. But it's good to see you with us again, and I'm sure Arsenal will get the result for you that we need. Charlotte says, I want Katie to go on, but don't want to risk a second yellow card. I mean, yeah, I don't know whether or not what the situation is with yellow cards in this. Obviously, this is the final of this little tournament, so I don't think it will make any difference to the playoff games, will it? Because it's a new kind of thing then, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure, but I don't believe if she gets booked, she'd miss the game in the next stage. I don't think she would personally. I'm not guaranteeing it 100%. I just don't believe she would. So, but yeah, she probably will get booked. Let's be honest. She gets booked most games, doesn't she? But let's see. No, I'd like to see her come on. Maybe not yet. We don't need to panic, do we? We've played well. We look as though we've got a good shape, don't we? Defensively, one or two little anxious moments, but bearing in mind we're very early in pre-season. We've only been training for a week before the first game, and then we wouldn't have done much training since that game on Wednesday. Really, it's just been a matter of recovery and preparing for this game, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, it's what it is, really, isn't it? We've just got to try and find a way, haven't we? Find a way to win this game and get through. That's what matters now. But yeah, I'm sure we will. Charlotte says McCard. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we know what to expect with Katie. That's why we love her, because she wears her heart on her sleeve and she wants to do everything that she can to make us win games and be successful. And that's why we love her. But yeah, sometimes maybe she gets involved in a few things she doesn't need to, picks up unnecessary cards, and we know that can come back and haunt you at times, can't it? We've seen it before. But yeah, I wouldn't make too many changes quite yet. I don't think we need to worry too much. But we've got so much quality on the bench, haven't we? Obviously, Katie, as we've mentioned, Lena Hurtig, I thought, played really well from the bench the other night, didn't she? Got a great goal. We've got Vicky Palova, we've got Katerina Kuhl, and of course Beth Mead and Alessia Russo. Lots and lots of quality there on this bench that can come on and make a difference and hopefully be enough to win us a game. Virginia says, yes, there were too many bitty petty fouls by Paris, but we're not passing as well. No, you're right. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot. You could see what their game plan was, wasn't it, to put us off our stride, really, which you can understand why they try to do that. The little fouls. The referee maybe needs to step in a little bit, maybe get the cards out a little bit more often for that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We've got to deal with that, haven't we? Because there's going to be teams in the WSL that will do exactly the same. That will come to put us off our stride and commit fouls. So yeah, we have to be able to find a way to deal with that, don't we? We've got to do it better than we did in that first half. But yeah, at this moment in time, I'm not worried. We've seen. We've got quality in this team. We've got quality on the bench, and I'm sure we'll find a way to get the result that we need. The first goal now, though, is so important, isn't it? The earlier in the second half we can get ourselves in front, then Paris are going to have to change their approach a little bit, aren't they? And that might well then play into our hands, really, won't it? Regenda says Arsenal 2 Paris. Oh, you've changed your mind, have you? Slight change of your scoreline from 3-1 before. Yeah, I've got to be honest. Paris don't look as though they're going to score, do they? I know we shouldn't really say that, but they certainly haven't really threatened too much, have they? They don't look particularly potent going forward, so I'm not too worried about them scoring necessarily. But yeah, we need to show a little bit more quality in that final third, which we've got the quality, we know that. So it's just a matter of putting that to the test, really, isn't it? And I'm sure that that we can and we will as the game goes on. Anyway, we'll be coming up to the start of the second half very, very shortly, and hopefully we will start to see some goals go flying in, because that is what we want, isn't it? In the second half, we want to see lots of goals and Arsenal going through. I mean, one goal to do, I suppose, but we want to see a few, don't we? And hopefully we will. And then we will have this two-legged playoff to come in the next few weeks, which hopefully will be enough to, enough to put us into that group stage. Which I think is so important, isn't it? I mean, we were a little bit concerned that we were going to even finish in the top three. We were fourth, wasn't we, for a while? We didn't finish the season particularly well. We had 2 defeats, but it didn't matter in the end, because at Man City they lost who was it they lost to? Was it Liverpool? They lost to someone unexpectedly, didn't they? Towards the end of the season, and that basically sealed that third place for us, didn't it? But yeah, now we've got this hard work to do to make sure that we are make sure that we are in that group stage. Jones says Mido. Yeah, will Mido come on? If it's maybe 0-0 with 20 minutes to play, she might. But we still don't really know, do we, exactly how fit she is and how much time she's got in her, how much minutes she's got in her legs at this moment. We don't know, do we? What we don't want to do is throw her in too early and risk her picking up another injury, because what tends to happen, and it happens, we've seen it happen quite a lot, is a player comes back from, say, an ACL or a long-term injury, and then when they start playing again, what can happen is they get maybe some muscular injuries and stuff like that, don't they? Hamstrings and calves and stuff like that. So we just need to get Beth back into, what we don't want to do is lose her again, do we? So I think we need to ease her in gradually. If we can get her some minutes today, brilliant. If not, then we'll hopefully get her some minutes in those 2 knockout games ahead of the start of the season. So we'll see. But yeah, it's great that she's on the bench, and it would be great to see her on the pitch, but let's not rush it. Let's make sure that it's managed properly, because I say we don't want to lose her again, do we, to another injury, which can happen, can't it? Unfortunately. But anyway, let's see what happens. Charlotte says there, Beth was training yesterday. Yeah, no, she was. Yeah, she was training. She's been training for a while. A week or so she's been in full training. So but just because a player's in training doesn't mean they're necessarily ready to play a match of this intensity, and it will be intense, won't it, the game? There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I mean, let's see. I don't want to rush her back, because we don't want her to get injured again, and it needs to be right. And I'm sure they know what they're doing. They're not going to do anything silly. If she's fit to come on and play an impact part in this game, I'm sure she will if she's needed. Terry says, don't rush her back. Mido too important for the rest of the season. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I think. We mustn't rush her back. It's tempting when we're struggling a little bit to create chances and score goals, and we know that's what she does. That's what a role in the team is. But it's important that we don't make that mistake of rushing her back too early and getting her another setback. It's important that we don't do that. So I'm sure we won't. But I say, if she can and she's fit to play a part, then let's look forward to seeing her play, because we've missed her, haven't we? Let's be honest, we have missed her playing. But we'll see what the second half brings, shall we? I don't know if there's going to be any changes at half time. We will have to wait and see. Charlotte says, yeah, true. Wait, who is warming up right now? Is that Beth? I think Beth has been warming. I mean, all the subs are out on the pitch warming up, but it doesn't mean any of them are necessarily going to come on quite yet. It happens quite a lot, doesn't it? During half time, the players tend to, the substitutes tend to warm up, don't they? And Beth was out there warming up, but yeah, let's see what happens. If she does come on, I'm not expecting her to play any more than about 15 minutes. Anyway. Regardless if she's going to come on. I'm not sure if she will come on in this game, if I'm honest. I think Alessia Russo almost certainly will. I think Vicky Pelova almost certainly will, and I think Katie McCabe almost certainly will. So there's 3 there, isn't there? 3 quality players there that we can bring on as well. But let's see what happens. So we're not going to get too worried yet, are we? We are just going to wait and see. But yeah, we need a little bit of quality in that fight, a little bit more quality in that final third, don't we? If we are going to find a way to win this game, which we have to do. We don't really want extra time, and we really don't want penalties, do we? We just want to get the job done in 90 minutes. But the other night we were the same, wasn't we? A little bit flat in the first half in that final third, and then we got better, and we got the goals in the end, didn't we? The quality shone through, as I'm sure it will today, and let's hope that it does. They're just showing Leia Cadena on the screen at the minute. They're showing Leia Cadena's sort of first day at Arsenal. She's at the Emirates at the moment, looking around for the first time. A new signing, of course, from Barcelona. She looks a very, very good defender, doesn't she? And a player that we need as well. We're a little bit short, wasn't we? At the back last season with Leah out and Rafaela gone. So we've now got Amanda in, and we've got Leia in as well. So looking forward to that. going to be really good, isn't it? And I think we're a little bit maybe one midfielder short. And I think that is what we want to see, don't we? We want to see that happen. And I'm sure it will. It's just showing Frida Marnham's goal against Bayern Munich as part of that documentary. I don't know whether you've seen that Arsenal documentary. It is really, really good. And it's definitely worth watching. You know, great stuff. And of course, winning that Continental Cup final as well was a great day, wasn't it? MJ says Leah is starting to run again. Excited to see what she can do this season. Yeah, I mean, she's not going to be back for a while yet, bearing in mind she didn't get injured until April, wasn't it, against Man United? So I can't see her playing again until February, March times, February potentially at the earliest. So we're not going to see her for a while, are we? She's been running, but running is totally different, isn't it, to being able to be at a point where you can kick a football. So let's give her time as well. But yeah, we're all excited to see how she does get her back in the team along with the others. Anyway, the teams are back out for this second half. It is going to be Arsenal to kick off, attacking the goal to our right. Stina Blackstenius is still out there. Didn't get much service, did she? Works hard as always. You expect that from Stina, don't we? Anyway, we're going to get the second half underway. Hopefully, we can get the goal. We are off and underway. Then Arsenal in possession straight away with Amanda Illerstadt. Plays it to Noel Moritz on this near side. Plays it up the line, looking for the run of Chloe Lacasse. Wasn't a great ball, actually, and Paris managed to clear that one away. And now they're looking for a counter-attack again. They've certainly been a tough nut to crack, haven't they, this Paris side? But anyway, let's see if our quality will shine through in the end. That long ball over the top, it almost held up on the 3G pitch, and Zinsberger was forced into a bit of a rush clearance there, but she did manage to get the ball away. And now Arsenal trying to come forward over on that far side. Leah Walter dicks that ball over the top. That's a good ball for Caitlin Ford, just on the edge of the penalty area. Can she get across in? Plays it back to actually it was Steph Catley, so he plays it back to Caitlin Ford. And Arsenal now in possession with Frida Marnham. That's Leah Walty, plays it square to Amanda Illerstadt, bringing the ball forward, plays it to the edge of the penalty. Stina tried to lay it off, looking for the run of Kim Little, but again, it was well defended by Paris, you have to say. And now they're trying to come forward themselves on this near side. Good work again, though, from Chloe Lacasse. Forces Paris back, but they have managed to keep possession. Terry says there, with the squad we've got now, there's no need to rush anyone back. No, you're right. There isn't really, no. Although in this game, we need a goal and we need to win. So if needs must, maybe Beth will come on. But I'm not sure she's quite ready yet, if I'm honest. But anyway, it is good to see her on the bench. Now Arsenal trying to come forward. Stina's done really well there, but in the end, good defending. In the end, that was there from Grevelad, and it's got out for a throw to Arsenal, this near side, which Noel Moritz is about to take. In fact, it was Sissoko there with the clearance. Defended well, actually, for Paris today. Paris coming forward now in midfield. Nice play, actually. They've got a chance of a counter-attack here on this near side. A little bit too easy there, Noel Moritz, but she does well there, Noel Moritz. Great strength. But Arsenal don't manage to clear the ball away particularly well. And Paris have won it back. They're looking dangerous now at the start of this second half. That's a good run over on that near side. Arsenal just managed to clear it away. Now we've got a chance of a counter-attack ourselves with Chloe Lacasse. Lovely play from her. Stina makes the run, creates the space. Stina now in possession on this near side. She needs a bit of support. It's across to the far post. It's a decent ball. Finds Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford on the edge of the box, but the referee has blown for a handball. It did bounce up a bit awkwardly for her there off the 3G pitch. A lovely cross from Stina, actually, but it did just bounce up and hit her arm. And she was looking for that little whip clearance, wasn't she, into that far post, which she's done so many times before, but not quite able to do that today. Terry says, yeah, I think once we get one, Paris will have to come out a bit more and the floodgates open. Yeah, I think if we can get the one early enough, then we've got like the other night, really, wasn't it? Once we got that first goal, the game opened up and we were able to get a couple more. And you can see it being similar today. But Paris look a much better team than Ling Shopping the other night, don't they? So it's not going to be quite as easy, and we've got to make that breakthrough first. You know, when a team defending for their lives as they have done, the important thing is to be able to get that goal. There's a foul over on that far side again. It's from Steph Catley. Oh, in fact, it was Caitlin Ford that was fouled right in front of the dugout there. And Paris are persisting with these fouls, aren't they? We've played 49 minutes here in Lynn Shopping. It is Arsenal 0, Paris 0. A bit frustrating still, but let's see if we get the goal, as Terry says. I'm sure it will open the game up, and hopefully it will lead to a good Arsenal win, but we'll see. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. Chloe Lacasse on this near side. She did well in that first half, didn't she? The Canadian cuts inside, done well again, plays the ball back to Noel Moritz, and then plays it infield to Leah Volti. That goes out to that far side. Steph Catley plays it up the line to Frida Marnham. But again, Paris have defended that well. They're not making it easy for us, are they? We've got to work hard for this. We have so far, but we need to find a way to get this breakthrough, don't we? Because certainly this is not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination, especially as it is coming so soon in pre-season as well. You know, Arsenal now pressing high up the pitch, trying to make it difficult. But Paris in possession. Sissoko plays it square. Paris trying to come forward themselves, but Arsenal again pressing high up the pitch. It was Kim Little that time. That ball played up this near side. There's no Paris player there. And the ball going to run through to Manu Zinsberger, and she just touches it off to Lotta Ruben-Moy. Now it's into Leah Walty again, plays the ball forward to Stina Blackstenius. Works hard there to try and hold the ball up, but she was out fought a little bit, and now Paris can come forward, but they can't because Lotta Ruben-Moy is there, and then she's been fouled. And Arsenal got another free kick. I don't know how many free kicks Arsenal had in this game, but it must be quite a lot. Anyway, Noel Moritz now on this near side for Arsenal. Can we find the breakthrough? We've played 5 minutes, nearly 6 minutes of this second half. It is still Arsenal 0, Paris 0. Very frustrating game for Arsenal so far. But the way to get us to score is you've got to give us a like. If you give us a like, we will score, guaranteed. It happened last season. You know, how many times did it happen last season where as soon as we got up to 40, 50 likes, we got a goal? That's what we need. I think I can only see a second. I'll just refresh it and see. It was on 31. We need to get it to at least 40, don't we? And then if we get it to 40, I'm sure we will definitely get the goal. So 32 now. Can we just get it to 40 and then we'll score? Actually, we might score now. Caitlin Ford, I'll try to knock it back into the path of Frida Marnham with a little back flick. And instead it's gone through to the goalkeeper. Well, Amanda Illistat there, maybe not quite got a good connection on that, but she did manage to find that Steph Catley. And now Arsenal coming forward again over on that far side. This is nice play. Caitlin Ford right over on that far touchline. Does really well, actually. Sorry, it's Frida Marnham actually out on that far touchline. Does really well. And now the ball's played through. Oh, maybe that pass actually hit Frida Marnham. It wasn't meant for Frida Marnham. It just came off her. And Paris have got possession again, which wasn't really ideal, was it? But anyway, the ball's now played back to the goalkeeper, who we haven't tested enough, have we, in this case? She made that one good save in the first half on Frida Marnham, but other than that, we've not really tested her at all, have we? We need to test her more if we're going to win this game. There's a bit of a battle there. Midfield referee says play on, and Stina now in possession. Lovely turn from Stina. Plays the ball into Frida Marnham. It's just the moment. Frida Marnham. Oh, she shot wide. Maybe delayed the shot slightly too long. Lovely play from Stina again on the edge of the box. Linked the play really well. Threaded the ball through to Frida Marnham. And couldn't quite find the touch there. It was a good play actually from Kim Little and Stina there. A really good turn. Lovely ball. She's a bit that first time. She took an extra touch and then it's a little bit wide. And she wasn't able to get the shot on target. But that was a big chance there for Arsenal. The first big chance of the second half. We've got Alerta there says Chloe Lacasse. Indeed, she's been brilliant, Chloe Lacasse, today. And Let's see if she can maybe create or score this opening goal, which has been so difficult to come about for Arsenal, hasn't it? Really, really difficult game this has been. But Arsenal now looking to try to get on top in the second half. That ball played forward. Frida Marham tries to hold up. We've lost it in a dangerous position, but we recover really, really well. And again, there's a free kick by Paris with that foul on Kim Little. And some of the Arsenal players are questioning why there isn't some more yellow cards coming out. There's only been one yellow card. And I mean, that actually was a bit unlucky, actually, because she did kind of win the ball. It was a bit of a clumsy challenge, though, so you can understand why it was given as a free kick. But the amount of free kicks that they've conceded in this game, Paris, surprised only been one yellow card so far. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward, trying to put that behind us and concentrate on getting a goal. That ball played forward in for Stina. She's in behind Stina, goes past the goalkeeper. Oh, the angle was too tight. She wasn't able to get the shot away. Good running in behind again from Stina Blackstenius. That's what she brings. She stretches that defence. In fact, she may well have been offside in actual fact. I think the offside flag was up and it's a free kick actually to Paris. That wouldn't have counted anyway. But again, a good run in behind from Stina, stretching that defence. We haven't managed to do that enough in this game, have we? Certainly not. But we did do it then. But Stina was just a fraction offside. And Paris have got this free kick. And they're looking to come forward themselves over on that far side. That's a ball played through the middle. And they're coming forward now, Paris, looking as though they fancy a chance of a goal. That cross comes in. It's not a great cross. Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, it was almost a goal. Oh, in fact, it has gone in. It's been given. Paris have scored. It was a cross that hit the post. It came back and there was a header came in. I don't know if it's Bordelot who scored. Not really sure what happened there. This is not good at all for Arsenal. In a game that we haven't really looked like scoring in, we've now found ourselves behind to this counter-attack. Cross came in. Zinsberger lost it, hit the post. It came back. The header came in. They were claiming it went over the line and the referee said it had. Very tight that. I'm not really sure if it did cross the line, but anyway, it's been given. And Arsenal now behind, and this is very tricky situation. It is Bourdieu who scored that header. Loki says, oh shit, exactly, that's how we all kind of feel. But Paris surprisingly have scored a goal from nowhere, really. The counter-attack, and Arsenal giving the ball away now, looking very ragged. Oh, could be a second goal, clean through on goal. It's the same player that just scored inside the penalty area. Oh, it's a disaster for Arsenal. It's 2-0. We gave the ball away straight from the kickoff. And it's 2 goals in about 25 seconds. And Arsenal now are in real trouble in this game and in the Champions League. Is this going to be the end of our run? We've really threatened a goal in this game, if we're totally honest. And we've now found ourselves 2-0 down. What a disaster of a goal that was. Really, really poor. Loki says poor, very poor indeed. It was very poor. This is a terrible ball in midfield. Was it Leah Walty? It was, gave it away. And she wasn't going to miss that, was she? Through Manu Zinsberger's legs. And it is 2-0. And that is a very difficult situation for Arsenal. We've still got time. And we've seen how strong this team can be. But we've got to show more now. And maybe it is time to make some substitutions. We've just conceded 2 inside a minute. What an absolute disaster this is turning into be for Arsenal. Really, really disappointing after we've been the better team, but we've now conceded 2 quick goals. We need to find something back very, very quickly. What about changes there, says Booger's Shop. Yeah, exactly. We need to, let's not panic quite yet, but yes, obviously changes will be on the cards, I'm sure. Amanda Illistat's ball played forward. Stina in behind again. She needs a bit of help. We need something special from somebody if we're going to find a way back into this game. Stina's done really well on this near side. Back with Amanda Illistat, plays it square to Lotta Wubermoy. We've really threatened a goal and we now need at least 2. And we've just given the ball away again. In fact, there was a foul on Lotta Wubermoy. We've got to start to make the most of these free kicks. I think some changes are coming. It looks as though they are. I wouldn't say Jonas has panicked, but the changes were probably on the cards anyway. But obviously now it's important that we get ourselves back in this game. Archduke of Austria says they can compete well when they play against PSG or Lyon in domestic league, a decent counter-attacking side. Yeah, no, they are. They've played well on a counter-attack. There's no doubt about that. And now the changes are coming. Victoria Pelova is coming on for Leah Walty. Alessia Russo's coming on as well for Stina. Good shift from Stina. Wasn't quite her day today in terms of goals. Lena Hurtig's coming on as well for Caitlin Ford. We're going for it now. We're throwing everything at this. I would have kept Fordy on maybe, but anyway. Katie McCabe's coming on as well, getting a big cheer. Noel Moritz is coming off. And the final change will be Russo coming on for Stina Blackstenius. Is this a time for Russo to make her first real impact in an Arsenal shirt? She missed a big chance the other day, and she now needs to find a goal, doesn't she? Terry says, time to hit those lights up to 50. Indeed, if we do that, we might get 2 goals. We got 2 goals back in Wolfsburg, didn't we? And Wolfsburg are a much better team than this, and we've got a stronger team. Steph Catley with his free kick. It's going to come all the way across, is it, to Lotte Wobenmoy? She should be able to keep this in. In fact, she's going to let it go out for a corner. In fact, the referee's given a goal kick. The linesman's given it. Well, the lineswoman has given a goal kick, which it looked like it was a goal kick. I don't know why I didn't try and keep it in. Terry says, "Come on, girls," and Boo Boo Shop says, "There, Katie, indeed." Bonga Gunner says, "How bad?" Well, we've not been bad. We just conceded 2 really soft goals, one after the other. Loki says, "Get your asses into gear." Come on, indeed. Yeah, we need to step up, don't we? Here, we've got to show some more. The substitutions have been made. There's no excuses here. These substitutes have got to make an impact, and we've somehow got to find ourselves 2 goals against a very, very strong defensive team. Kim Little's just been fouled again in the middle of the pitch. This wasn't what we was anticipating, was it? We all thought that we would win this game. You know, we've got the quality on and we're a better team, but that isn't always how football works, is it? And this would be a disaster to get knocked out of the Champions League at this point. Of course, Man City have done it before as well, haven't they? Gone out last 2 seasons in this tournament. Anyway, let's see. We've still got plenty of time. We've still got over half an hour to play, or around about half an hour. And we need to find a goal soon. In fact, we've played nearly 61 minutes. Katie McCabe dinks the ball forward to Russo. Her first real involvement. Alessia Russo does well, but she's forced back by the Paris defence now. Amanda Illistat plays the ball up this near side, looking for Chloe Lacasse, but she can't get there because the ball was deflected and Paris get it away. Katie McCabe is battling away for it, as you would expect. And Arsenal now need to find some quality here if we are going to stay in the Champions League. Oh, the goalkeeper does well there. Oh, that's a poor clearance out, though. This is a chance for Arsenal, is it? Victoria Pelova closed down quickly. You have to say the Paris defenders have defended for their lives in this game. That ball's played forward to Russo. Tries to flick it out to the far side. This is good from Arsenal. Lena Hurtig has won Arsenal a corner. Is this going to be the moment? Lena Hurtig, of course, scored the other night with a header. And there's going to be some substitutions again. Is it going to be Paris now to make some substitutions themselves? As we've played 62 minutes, it's just 1 substitution from them. It's going to be Daphne Corbez coming on for them. I'm not sure who's going off actually at this point. But anyway, I'm sure we'll find out soon. It is Corosio has gone off and Corbez has come on. Making a substitution, defending a corner. We were always told never to do that, actually. But anyway, let's hope that they suffer for that. It's going to be Frida Marnham with this corner. The good news is Arsenal have still got time to get back in this game, but we do need a goal, and we do need a goal very quickly. This corner would be a great time to get it, wouldn't it? Frida Marnham's corner into the near post. Hits the... it's a crossbar, but it's actually at the top of the goal. It's gone behind. Wasn't a great corner, actually, was it? In the end, from Frida Marnham. And it's gone out for a goal kick. You know, we've got some quality, haven't we, in terms of set pieces, but we just our final ball into the box today has been really, really poor. We need some better quality in these last 25 minutes. Steve says, yeah, you're kidding 2-0. I wish I was kidding, mate. I'm not. It is 2-0, 2 quick goals, 2 goals inside 30 seconds. But now Arsenal coming forward. Russo's, it's in for Frida Marnham inside the penalty. Is this the moment? It's very wide. Oh, shot at the near post. Pushed behind by the goalkeeper. Why didn't she pull it back? Opportunity there for Arsenal to get a goal back. Lovely play from Russo. Fred the ball through to Frida Marnham. Either hit it first time, and when she was that wide, I mean, she's won a corner out of it, but I don't know. Terry says they're wasted. It was a little bit wasted, yeah. Yeah, we've got this corner taken quickly. Steph Catley now. She's going to get not a great ball from Frida again there, but Steph Catley there looked as though she was fouled, and then it's actually the free kick's gone to Paris. And Arsenal there with a big chance. Was it handball from Steph Catley there when she was on the ground? Wasn't a great ball to her there from Frida Marnham, actually, from that short corner. And Frida's not been at her sharpest today, you have to say. She's made 1 or 2 silly mistakes. But anyway, Paris are now coming forward again, looking to get a 3rd goal, which would seal it. They're in behind again. Is this going to be the 3rd goal? Good save from Zinsberger, and it had to be, because that would have been the 3rd goal. That was before there with the effort. And Paris on the counter-attack have looked very, very dangerous, and that would have sealed it there. Bongo Guna says, Terry, do your magic. Yeah, we need some magic from Terry. I think the magic's going to have to come from you guys. You're going to have to start giving us likes. We need 50 likes. And if we get 50 likes, I think we're going to come back and win this game. And certainly get it back to 2-2. So hit that like button, guys, and let's do it. Let's make sure that let's do all that we can at our end. You know, we can't play for the team. We can't influence things on the pitch. We can only do what we can do. And that's the one thing that we can all do is hit the like button. And then if we win this game, that'll be the reason, won't it? And if we get knocked out, at least we can sleep tonight knowing that we did all we could to try to help the team. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now with Victoria. Palova finds Chloe Cass on this near side. Is it going to be a bit of magic from Chloe that's going to get us back into this game? Amanda Illestat finds Chloe Lacasse again. Chloe Lacasse has done well down this near side. What's the delivery like into the box? Oh, it almost fell to Victoria Palova. Arsenal do have a corner this time. Emerson says they're not looking good, Rich. No, not at the moment. It's not, but we've still got time. 65 minutes played, so we've got enough time. Terry says, afternoon, Bongo. Good to see. It is good to see Bongo going back again. Good to see everybody, actually. Good to see Emerson in the chat as well. Right, we've got a corner now. Steph Catley on this near side. Can Amanda Illestat? We know how dangerous she is. It's got to be a good delivery. Come on, Steph, put it in well. And let's see if we can get a goal back now. Then it'll be all to play for again, won't it? This corner comes into the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper under pressure, punches it up in the air. Doesn't really catch it, but she does at the second attempt. And she's won a free kick, even though nobody touched her. But anyway, Bongo Guna says, sorry, busy with family, so not able to come here often. Maybe in the Premier League. No worries, mate. As long as you can get here when you can, that's the main thing. And come on, you guys there, says Bongo Guna as well. Not quite sure what that was given as a foul for, but anyway, it was a foul on the goalkeeper with strapping on both knees. And she's going to take this free kick. We've played 66, nearly 67 minutes. It is Arsenal 0, Paris 2. Arsenal are on the brink of going out of the Champions League. Last season's semi-finalists could be going out before we have even started. That would be a total disaster. Terry says there, come on, chat, 15 more likes for a 5-2 win. Well, just to get it back to 2-2, first of all, that's what we need to do. And then maybe in extra time, we can go on and win it. But we need something special. Just bear in mind, Paris scored 2 goals inside a minute. We can certainly score 2 goals in 23 minutes, can't we? You know, we've got the quality to do that. But we need to get one first. Otherwise, we won't be able to, will we? You can't get your second goal before your first goal, can you? And we need to find a way against a very resolute Paris team. But suddenly now we've got an opportunity here to bring the ball forward. Katie McCabe is bringing it forward for Arsenal. She's done well. Katie McCabe overrun it though slightly. And that's the problem when you've got a left-footed player playing on the more on the right side, always looking to come back in onto that left foot. I know that from my own personal experiences, being a left-footed player that has played on the right before. It is very difficult and you end up being quite easily read, unfortunately. Anyway, that ball played out to the far side, looking at to try to get Lena Hertig involved. We need her to have a similar impact as she had the other night because she was so good when she came on and got herself a goal as well, didn't she? But this Paris team are a lot better defensively than Ling Shopping were. And Arsenal found this game really, really difficult. Alessia Russo's done really well there. It's a nice ball through as well to Frida Minor. She's going to try a shot from the end of the box. It's a poor effort, though, again. Frida has not been at her best today. She's worked hard, but she's not always made those right decisions, has she, in that round and about the penalty area. But anyway, Bonga says, if we can score 2 in half a minute, we can score 46 in 23. Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, why not? Certainly, Paris scored 2 goals in 30 seconds, didn't they? So there's no reason why we can't. Anyway. They've been very, very strong defensively, Paris, you have to say. They certainly don't look like conceding 5 goals, as Terry said, but let's get 1 first and see where we can go with it. Of course, conceding a goal against such a strong defensive team always makes it difficult, doesn't it? Because they're not going to come out now because they don't need to, do they? The onus is now on us to try to find a way to get the goal. But anyway, let's see what happens. It's a throw though at the moment to Paris over on that far side in line with their own penalty area. Loki says they're very poor. Get a little higher, further up. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Kim Little is the one to maybe we need on the ball a bit more, but we need to get the ball first. And at the moment, Paris are coming forward over on that far side. That back pass goes to Manu Zinsberger. She just lays it off to Katie McCabe. Bringing the ball forward, Katie McCabe plays it up the line. Again, that's a poor ball, though, from Arsenal, giving the ball away. That's what led to the second goal. What we've got to remember is this is still pre-season for Arsenal, you know, and we've only been back a week and a bit. So, you know, we are looking a bit rusty at times, a bit leggy maybe, but we've made the changes. We've got 20 minutes still to play, so we've got plenty of time. S77 official, good to see it, says, until we change this manager, we'll go nowhere. This club is rotten under Jonas. We have some of the best players in the league, unlike Blackstenius. I think that's a bit harsh on the manager and Blackstenius there. Lyra says, will Arsenal be out of the Champions League if they lose? Yes. Unfortunately, they will be out of the Champions League. This is, you know, only the winner goes through to the 2-legged playoff. And at this moment in time, it's going to be Paris going through and Arsenal will be out, which would be a real big disaster, really, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Anyway, Amanda Illistat now. We've still got time, as we said. Now, Kate McCabe got a little bit of space on this near side. She's got Chloe Lacasse ahead of her. She gives the ball to Chloe Lacasse, gets it back again. Katie McCabe plays it square this time to Victoria Palova. Are one of the substitutes going to have the impact in this game or not? Was that a foul there? Referee says no. And Arsenal can come forward with Lotta, Wuba, Moy. Steph Catley now plays out to Lena Hurtig over on that far side. Steph Catley gets it back again. Come on, Arsenal. Let's get a goal back at least. Make it difficult for Paris in these last few minutes. But Paris now again looking to come forward on the counter-attack. Chloe Lacasse coming across, does her defensive duties well. Wins a throw. Does she know she doesn't? It's going to go out for a throw to Paris. Anyway, it is a throw now to Paris. 72 minutes played. We need a big finish, don't we? Are we going to get a big finish? We know we've got the quality in this team. Is Beth Mead going to come on and have an impact? Let's be honest. If it's still 2-0 with 10 minutes to go, surely Beth's got 10 minutes in her. And we know the quality that she's got. Is she going to save our Champions League season? Anyway, let's see what happens here. We are coming forward again. Lena Hurtig over on that far side. Plays the ball back again to Steph Catley. And then she's closed down. It goes out for a throw to Arsenal. We need something special here, don't we? In these closing minutes here. Are we going to get it or not? Archduke of Austria says a dream turning into a nightmare. Is at the moment. It definitely is at the moment. Steve says there, how does it work? They can last 4 and now kind of make the Champions League. Well, that's because we only finished third, so you have to play a playoff. That's how it works. and you've got to get through the playoffs to get into the group stage. And that's unfortunately the situation. Loki says it's pre-season as well for Paris. They get 5% Arsenal funds. No excuse. No, you're right. But Paris didn't have players in the World Cup as many as we did. They've been together a lot longer. They're a lot further down the line in their pre-season than we are. We only went back last Monday. Do you know what I mean? And we've had to fly out here for the game Wednesday and now this one. So that's not an excuse. I agree with you. We shouldn't be making an excuse for it, but it has to be taken into account. In this time of the year, if you're 2 or 3 weeks further on, it makes a massive difference in your fitness levels and your sharpness and your match sharpness. It does, there's no doubt. Anyway, this cross free kick comes into the penalty area. Again, Paris have dealt with that pretty well. You have to say they've defended really, really well today. And we've not been good enough. But ultimately, you know, they have defended well. You've got to give them credit. Terry says, this is when you miss players like Mido and Viv. It is. I mean, Mido's on the bench. Can she come on and do anything in this game? We're coming down to the last 15 minutes. We need something very, very soon. Otherwise, the Champions League dream is going to be over before it's even started. To think we got so close to the final last year and we're not even going to make the group stage, it would be, I wouldn't say maybe a disaster is a bit too strong a word, but it certainly would be really, really, really difficult. You know, we've been set up, haven't we, to be in the Champions League, you know, with the signings that we've made. And, you know, the fact that that's what the club's about. And it would be really, really bad news if we don't make it. But we've still got time, guys. Let's not panic quite yet. Anyway, Arsenal now in possession. Katie McCabe on this near side. Thought about a cross with her left foot, plays it infield instead to Kim Little. Now it's out to Lotta Woburn-Moy. Emerson says there, Paris had their goalkeeper on World Cup duty. She played for us. Yeah, she did, yeah, but they got knocked out quite early, didn't they? But they didn't have as many players at the World Cup as what we did. Chloe Lacasse plays that ball in, certainly not in the latter stages as well. And the fact is, we only went back to training last Monday, you know, even for the players that didn't go to wasn't at the World Cup late. That was when we went back. So anyway, there's 2 more substitutions now for Paris as well. And is it going to be more substitutions for Arsenal? I'm not really sure. Are we just coming across and having a little bit of a tactical break here? In fact, I think we are. All the Arsenal players are coming over. It's going to be Sawyer's going off and Fleury's going on for Paris. And I'm not sure what the other substitution is going to be yet. It looks as though it's going to be Ribaderia. There's actually an injury to Manu Zinsberger at the moment. She's down, getting some treatment. That's why we've got this break in play. And it's going to be the goal scorer, Bordeaux, who's going off. She's got the 2 goals in quick succession, and Durfor's going off as well, I think, for Paris. And they are now, less than 15 minutes away from knocking Arsenal out of the Champions League. A few words there from Jonas. Is he going to be able to inspire us to some big, big finish here? Can we find a way to stay in this Champions League? You know, last season we, in adversity, we really stepped up, didn't we? And we've got to do it again now, but time is running out. And we haven't really looked like scoring, have we? There was that one chance for Freedom Marnham in the second half. We've not really done enough, have we? And I say you've got to give Paris credit for that because they have defended really, really well. But we've not done enough in that final third to really create those chances that we needed to do. And who also won the ball back over on that far side. Coming forward now, this is good play from Arsenal. Is this going to be an opportunity there? Was that a foul? The referee, as Katie McCabe gets involved, and she might well get a customary yellow card. Katie McCabe. Not really sure what happened. It was a foul. It looked like it was a foul on her, and then Katie McCabe reacted, and the referee didn't like it at all. But I don't think it's a yellow card, is it? Freedom I'm saying there. In fact, I think it was a yellow card. Actually, the referee's got a yellow card in her hand. I'm not sure whether it was Katie McCabe that got it, or the Paris defender. Anyway, we've got a comment in there from STH. Said Arsenal getting battered. We're not getting battered, but don't worry. Terry says I would have left Bamalam on and brought on Russo as well. Yeah, I mean that could have been an option, couldn't it? And really got Kate McCabe did get a yellow card. What a surprise. Anyway, a shot from distance there from Paris is going to go over the top of the crossbar, and that will do us for the time being. Yeah, but I don't know. It's a risk, isn't it? Because it means maybe taking off a more defensive player. Terry says, Katie, we didn't do that. We didn't do anything at all. You think all those fouls that Paris have made on us without getting booked? Steve says, what other sides from England made the Champions League? It's the Man United and Chelsea, the top two. Oh, mistake in the box. It's a chance for Arsenal. The goalkeeper makes every scene. Arsenal have got a goal. It was a mistake at the back. I'm not sure who scored it. Might have been Frida Marnham. And with more than 10 minutes to go, Arsenal are back. That's what we needed. Mistake, was it Lena Hurtig maybe who scored? I'm not sure. Disaster at the back. And Arsenal now with 10 minutes to play have got a real chance of saving this. It was a slip. Russo was in. In fact, it's Russo's goal. Alessia Russo's got the goal for Arsenal. A little bit scrappy, but no one cares about that. Arsenal are back in this game and there's 10 minutes plus stoppage time to salvage this. That's what we needed. It was a slip at the back there from Sissoko, defended so well. She made a slip and Russo was onto it. Wasn't a clean strike. The goalkeeper got a hand to it, but could only push it into the net. And that little break that we had seemed to have revitalised Arsenal. There's going to be a substitute. In fact, there's going to be a yellow card for the player going off for taking too long. It was Bogard who's going off. And it's a substitute coming on for Paris. They're going to throw more defenders on, aren't they? Wow, we've got a lifeline. Let's hope it's going to be enough. Bongo Guna says, get in. Yes, come on. Let's do this. Terry says, get in there. 5-2 to the Guna Girls is now on. Well, I don't know about 5-2. Everson's gone at 2-1 indeed. Loki, get in. It is. We're back in it. We're back in it. And there's still 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Can we find a way back and salvage this Champions League campaign? The one thing you are going to get with this team is that they're going to fight and battle for everything, aren't they? You know that they are. There's another foul. Come on, ref. Start booking them for these. Jesus Christ. They must have committed 100 fouls in this game, and I think they've got 1 or 2 yellow cards at the most. Anyway, we're back in the game now, and we've got momentum with us. There's no doubt about that. But can we find a goal? We still need 50 likes on the show to make sure that we do. So make sure you hit that like. Another mistake at the back from the same defender, Russo. Plays the ball out to this near side to Chloe Lacasse. Arsenal now striding for this goal. Cross comes in. So the far post header comes in. Oh, it's off the top of the crossbar from Frida Marnham. Did the goalie get a touch on that? I'm not sure if she did. Fantastic cross from Lacasse again. What a game she's had. Brilliant cross. Frida Marnham's header onto the roof of the net there. The goalie was struggling to get there. But this is better from Arsenal now. Suddenly we've come to life in these last 10 minutes or so. It is Arsenal 1, Paris 2, and Arsenal again picking up the ball. Lena Hurtig's done well. Frida Marnham's bursting into the box. Oh, again. Oh, nearly an own goal. In fact, the clearance came off. Paris are panicking at the back now. They've defended so well. Sissoko has had a very, very poor 5 minutes. It was nearly another mistake from the French defender there that almost caused a problem there, and the clearance was rushed and it's gone off a player, another French player. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal, which Steph Catley is going to take. Ruby says they're just joined from Oz. Could you give a quick recap when you can on Russo's goal? Well, it was just a mistake at the back from Sissoko. She slipped over. Russo got the ball on that left-hand side, fired a shot in, didn't hit it particularly cleanly. The goalie got a hand on it, pushed it up in the air, and it looped into the goal. So it was a bit of a scrappy goal, but we don't care. We'll take it. It's gone in. It was a mistake at the back from Paris, the first mistake they've really made, to be fair. You know, this corner comes in from Steph Catley. The goalkeeper get under pressure. Frida Marnham's in the box. Oh, it looked like it could have been a foul, but perhaps it wasn't. We get a little bit optimistic there. It's going to be a counter-attack here for Paris again. This is where they're so dangerous. That ball's played through. Kim Little's working so hard to get back. Brilliant from her. And shuffles the ball back to Manu Zinsberger. Taya says there, remember me, my guy, Arsenal underestimated the Paris team from the start. That's the reason why they're behind. I don't know if we'd say we underestimated them. I don't think we necessarily underestimated them. I just think what happened was they've just defended really well. We've been a little bit sloppy in that final third with our final ball, and then they scored 2 goals on the counter-attack, sloppy defending. Ruby says, yeah, cheers, mate, up the Gunners. We might still have this year. We might. We've certainly got momentum on our side now. We're throwing everything at it. Chloe Lacasse now, who's had a great game on this near side. Arsenal's right, plays it infield to Kim Little. Ball just gets stuck under her feet a little bit, so she's forced back to Lotta Woober-Moy. We've played 83.5 minutes. The ball played out to that far side. Katie McCabe now on the left. That's a good cross in. Russo's with a header, which in fact she tries to head it down. In fact, it was Lena Hurtig, sorry, with that header down. Arsenal still in possession now with Lotta Woober-Moy. Plays it in again, looking for Lena Hurtig. Wasn't a great ball, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Is this time for Beth Mead? Is it Beth Mead's moment to come off the bench? First appearance since November, since that ACL injury. Is this her time to come on and save Arsenal's Champions League campaign? We have got 6 minutes of normal time remaining, plus there'll be quite a bit of stoppage time, you would imagine, but we obviously can't guarantee how much there's going to be of that. We can't rely on it anyway. Let's just get the goal. Good play again from Amanda Illerstadt, who's had a great game at the back. In fact, the 2 new signers who started this game, Amanda Illerstadt and Chloe Lacasse, have both played really well. And it's another one, Russo, who's got that goal. And that's what we needed, of course. But we need one more at least if we're going to keep ourselves in this Champions League. Victoria Plova over on that far side has won a throw for Arsenal in front of the Paris dugout. And time is ticking on for Arsenal. We're coming forward again. This is good play again from Frida Marnham. Chloe Lacasse has got the ball on this near side. She's going to have a run again. Cuts infield. Chloe Lacasse. She's going to try and get a shot away. Oh, that's a poor ball actually this time. She has done well in this game, Chloe Lacasse, but that was poor. Are Paris actually running out of legs in the closing stages of this game? If they are, we need to take advantage. The ball's now back with Zinsberger. Plays it infield to Amanda Illerstadt again. Now it's with Kim Little twisting and turning away inside that centre circle. That's a poor ball actually. In fact, she was fouled. She had her armband ripped off her there by the Paris player. This is how tight they've been to us most of this game. We're into the last 4.5 minutes of normal time, plus there'll be some stoppage time. That ball played forward, looking for the run of Lena Hurtig, but she can't quite get there. The ball's going to run through to the goalkeeper, and a few more seconds are going to be wasted. But you have to say Arsenal have given this everything. We've thrown everything at it in these last 5-10 minutes. We've got a goal back, but as things stand, we are going out of the Champions League, and there's a free kick there to Paris. It was a foul there from Steph Catley. Got a little bit tight, and now the Paris, in fact, a booking for Steph Catley. This is ridiculous. Arsenal have made 2 fouls in this game, got booked for both of them, and Paris have made probably 150 fouls in this game, and have got about 1 or 2 bookings. Ridiculous refereeing again, and there's going to be some more stoppage time here because the Paris substitute Riberia has gone down and is getting some treatment now. And also, I think Arsenal now have had more yellow cards than Paris, despite committing probably 1/10 of the number of fouls. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how is that a booking, bearing in mind the things that wasn't given as bookings before that Paris have done? It makes no sense, does it? Anyway, it's going to lead to a big chunk of stoppage time. And we're going to need it as well now because we're coming down towards the 90-minute mark. It is Arsenal 1, Paris 2. Those 2 goals in quick succession from Bordeaux at the start of the second half swung the tie in Paris's favour. Arsenal have had to dig deep. We've got a goal back. It was a mistake at the back, and Russo has scored her first Arsenal goal. But we still need at least one more to save ourselves. We've got a comment there. So Arsenal aren't going to play the Women's UEFA Champions League. Not if it stays like this, we won't. We know. Ruby says, look like we're hurting without Williamson, Miedemar and Mead. Well, it doesn't help having them not playing, of course. But we've got a very, very strong team here. We should be strong enough to beat this team, shouldn't we? Terry says, I didn't even think that was a foul. Well, it may have been a foul. I think she just nudged her in the back. But it's certainly not a booking, is it? when you look at the bookings when you look at the foul, that Paris have got away with. It's all about consistency from the referees, isn't it? If you're going to book Steph Catley for that, then book her for that. But then you should also then have booked 7 or 8 of the Paris players as well. Some of them could have had 2 yellow cards, number of fouls they've committed. Anyway, they're now trying to play the ball out to that bottom corner to try to kick the ball over there. We played 88 minutes, but it will be a rather large chunk of stoppage time, you feel, in this second half. Are Arsenal going to find the second goal that we need to take this tie? It will be extra time if we score the second goal. Now there's a little bit of space. That's good play from Russo. Finds Lotte Wubben-Moy. Chloe Lacassa's gone steaming ahead of her on this near side. She's got the ball now, the Canadian. She's had a great game. That's a good cross, actually, to the edge of 6-yard box. Goalie thought about coming and didn't. Sissoko gets a header away. Arsenal didn't really have a player in there challenging for that ball. And Paris now looking to get a counter-attack, but the ball's run out of play. It was the substitute there, Fleury. It was Lotte Wubben-Moy. Hurry to get on with it. We're now in the last minute of the 90. Are Arsenal going to find something very, very late and very, very special? We've got ES Brin in the chat. They're watching from USA TV, Paris FC. Yeah, it's on the Paris FC website. Anyway, Kim Little just won the ball. Victoria Pelova now bringing it forward for Arsenal. Lotte Wubben-Moy, stream after stream of Arsenal attack. Can we find that killer ball to get the goal? But Paris have won the ball back there, so we're not going to get it on this particular attack. But we're pressing the ball now high up the pitch. This is good work from Chloe Lacasse again, and Lena Hertig working hard up there to try to win this ball back. We forced Paris right back, but they've managed to clear the ball away, but not very far because Lotte Wubben-Moy's just won it back. Now Kim Little in possession finds the ball. There's going to be 9 minutes of stoppage time. We're just coming into that now. 9 minutes. We've got to save our Champions League campaign before it's even started. 9 minutes for Arsenal. Come on, let's do this. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Victoria Pelova now in the middle of the pitch pings the ball out to that far side to Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe thought about putting a cross in instead. She plays it back to Steph Catley. Now it's into Kim Little. Kim Little tries a ball into the box looking for Lena Hertig. Cleared away. It wasn't a great ball, actually. Amanda Illis, that's there again. What a great game she's had, by the way. Brilliant from her. Brilliant defending again from the Swede. She's had such a good performance. But is it going to be all in vain? Loki says 9 minutes. ESPN says, let's go Arsenal indeed. Let's go Arsenal. But Paris have got the ball over on that far side. They're going to be in no hurry to do much with it. But we've won a throw. Time is not on our side. We've played a minute of the 9. So we've still got enough time, but not a lot of time, if you see what I mean. We need to find something very, very quickly. Victoria Pelova plays it in to Kim Little, just lays it off to Amanda Illistat again. This is all or nothing for Arsenal. Do or die now, isn't it? In these closing minutes here, we need a goal. Are we going to find one? Chloe Lacasse running at that Paris defence again, plays it square to Victoria Pelova. Tried to thread the ball through to Lena Hertig. Wasn't a good ball. And again, that's been what's let us down a little bit, isn't it? That final ball hasn't always been with the quality that we've needed. And that's why we've maybe struggled to break this Paris team down. Although they have defended really well, you have to say we haven't made enough of the opportunities that we've had. And now Paris are going to try and come forward, are they themselves? They want to try and keep the ball, I would have thought, but they play it backwards again. Arsenal pressing high up the pitch. Is there an opportunity here to us to win the ball back? It's just a long ball played forward. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. It's gone into the crowd. It's thrown back. And it is going to be, is it a substitution there? Not really sure what was happening. Is it a substitution? Jem Beattie's come on to play up front. Wow, is Jem Beattie going to be the saviour? She almost saved her Champions League campaign against Wolfsburg, didn't she? She got a big equaliser that night. Is she going to get a big equaliser now? Anyway, we've got a throw played in. It's flicked on. It's into the box. It's a Chloe Lacasse with the effort. Jem Beattie plays it off to Victoria Pelova. Tries a shot from distance, but she's closed down quickly. Falls to Lotte Wubben-Moy. Puts a cross in again. The goalkeeper comes for it and gets it well. And she's going to stay down for the next 10 minutes, as she's done every single time she's come for any ball in the air. And it's going to waste more time, isn't it? It's going to give us another opportunity to add on a little bit more time. There's lots of Woobermoy's cross. Jem Beattie was up there. The goalkeeper's come. It's a good take from the goalkeeper. She wasn't really touched and she's gone down. And now she's fine. Look, there's a surprise. Claiming that she was elbowed when she clearly wasn't. Anyway. Steve says there, as is grossly incompetent with all the new recruits, yet we can't defeat this average team called Paris FC. Shame, the rookie coach should be fired. Right, well, he's not really a rookie coach, is he? Steve said our coach is grossly incompetent. Oh, I see. Well, I wouldn't say our coach is grossly incompetent. I don't think you can really, we in the 2 seasons that he's been here, we've got a point away from winning the WSL. We've won a Continental Cup. We've reached the semi-final of the Champions League. These are all good achievements, in his first 2 seasons. But yeah, obviously today hasn't gone particularly well at all, has it? Just a moment of madness, really, that conceded those 2 goals. Anyway, it's going to be, I don't think that was a free kick. It's just a drop ball, which the referee is just going to drop to the goalie, who's now going to throw the ball out, is she? She drops it back on the floor, actually, and kicks it instead. Plays it forward, and Arsenal win the ball back there with Kim Little. But we need it at the other end of the pitch. We're on 94 minutes. There's another 4.5 to play. There'll be more now due to that stoppage there. And hopefully we're going to get another half an hour more. But for that to happen, we need a goal. And we're coming forward again over on that far side. That wasn't great play from Arsenal, though, but we are battling back for the ball. Alicia Russo, we've won a throw over on the far side. Are we going to find a goal here? The throw comes in, but maybe we rushed that a little bit too much. And Paris again are quite happy to concede the throw. We've played 95 minutes. There's at least another 4, maybe more. Kim Little over on that far side. Plays the ball to Lotta Woobermoy. Now it's with Victoria Palova. Chloe Lacasse on this near side. Wasn't a great ball. Cut out quite easily. And Paris again have got possession. Lotta Woobermoy is now pushing further up as well. In fact, there's an offside, is there? And Arsenal have got a free kick, which we take quickly. Too quickly for the referee. Steve says, if we fail to win this one, does it mean we have crashed out the spot in the Champions League? It does, yeah. We'll be out if we don't get this back. Russo was on the far side there. It wasn't a great crossover from Russo. We've got 4 minutes of added, 3 minutes, sorry, of added time, plus the extra added time as well. That cross comes in. Jem Beattie's there. And she scored. Oh, we've done it. Super Jem Beattie with a goal in the 6th minute of stoppage time. Incredible. Jem Beattie as a makeshift centre forward. A lovely cross from the far side. I'm not sure who it was that put the cross in. We have saved our Champions League season. Jem Beattie is with the header. We said it was her that got the goal against Wolfsburg in the semi-final, and she's done it again. Terry will be delighted. We're all delighted. Wow, what a moment. It was Katie McCabe's cross from that far side. Jem Beattie, what a bit of movement there between the 2 defenders. A fantastic header, and Arsenal have pulled it round. Wow, incredible scenes here in Sweden. Jem Beattie, well, what a moment for her. It looks like there's going to be extra time now. Surely you feel a few Arsenal players are taking their time pretending to do up shoelaces and whatever. And Jonas is getting a yellow card. The referee didn't want to book any Paris players, but any of the fouls that they've committed all game. But Jonas gets a yellow card. Not quite sure what he did. Steve says, what happens now? Well, hopefully extra time. Terry says, my baby's done it again. She certainly has. Loki says, getting away with it. I wouldn't say getting away with it. What I would say is, this is the character that this team has got. Real character. That is what this team has. And that's what we've done today. Steve says, unreal. Ruby says, I knew we were going to come back. Well, I didn't know we would. I'm glad that we did. We've got a comment there that says, yes, indeed. Bongo Gooner says, yes, as well. Loki says, goal. Brilliant stuff. A lot of great comments coming in. Brilliant. Rajendra says, fantastic goal. It was a fantastic goal. It was an important goal as well. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Come on. We've played 97 minutes, 98 minutes now. We've got time to win this still. There's still time to win it. Paris look as though their legs have gone. We have dominated this last 10, 15 minutes. You have to say we've deserved that for the effort that we've put in. And now we might have a chance to win it. Russo's battling away for the ball. It was her goal that started this dramatic comeback. Wow. Just as it looked as though we were going out of this competition before it's even got started. Once again, this team have shown character and they've shown what we are all about. And we're coming forward again. It was Katie McCabe whose cross it was. She's over on that far side again. This has been incredible. Steve says, what does draw mean? It means extra time, mate. It's extra time and penalties if necessary. Amina says, oh no, Paris, what have you done? Well, they've just conceded another goal, which was a shame. Terry says 5-2 to the Arsenal. Well, we've got more chance of it being 5-2 now because we've got an extra half an hour probably to come. We've played nearly the 9 minutes of stoppages. You imagine there's going to be 2 more for when the goalie was pretending to be injured a few moments ago. That might come back to haunt her, mightn't it? Steph Catley with a throw for Arsenal over on that far side. Throws it up the line. It's flicked on. Super Jem beat his goal. May well have saved Arsenal. Another mistake there, and Arsenal going to win a corner. We've got a corner now in the dying moments. Are we going to win it right at the death? Get Amanda Illerstadt in there. Frida Marnham's going to take this corner. Not been her greatest game today, but let's see. Jem Beat is up there again. Is she going to get another goal? Wow, I mean, incredible, incredible scenes here in Sweden. Arsenal have somehow salvaged this, and there's still time to win it. This corner is going to come in from that far side from Frida Marnham in towards that near post. Goalkeeper punches it again under pressure. Kim Little's won it back for Arsenal. The ball's played back into the box from Steph Catley. Again, it's headed out. We've played 99, nearly 100 minutes of this game in the second half. The ball's now with Lotta Ruben-Moy. She delivers a cross again. It's Jen Beatty's there. Oh, but that's a poor header this time from Jen. In fact, Lena Hurtig was behind her, maybe had a better option. But it is Jen's goal that is taking this to extra time. Bongo Guna says, get Nelson on. If we could get Nelson on, maybe we should. How much time is left? Well, we don't know. We've played over the 9 minutes already. It's just whatever the referee wants to add on extra. The goalkeeper did get injured during the stoppage time. And we still play on. We've played 100 minutes. Well, it has been exciting. It's been dramatic. And we still play on. And it could well be an extra half an hour to come. Arsenal now in possession. No, we've still got one. We're going to get one more chance to win it before extra time. Jem Beatty pings that ball up this near side, looking for a lot out. Ruben Moy. You have to say some tweaks that Jonas has made has worked. You have to say. Steve says penalty is next after draw. I guess after extra time it will be. Yeah, there's extra time first. Anyway, Russo's battling away for the ball. She's still got it there, plays it up the line, tried to get a deflection to win a corner for Arsenal, but it isn't going to be. We've played nearly 101 minutes of this game, and still we play on. Terry says, I don't want extra time, otherwise I got to clear a load of bramble bushes. Well, we need to watch extra time first, if indeed it still goes to extra time. We're still playing on. In fact, we're not. The full-time whistle's gone. It has finished here in Linköping. It is Arsenal 2, Paris FC 2. Wow, what an incredible game. What an incredible comeback from Arsenal again from the brink of defeat. It was 2 goals from Bordeaux in the 56th and 57th minute, put Paris in control. But dramatic scenes at the end. Russo's goal, 10 minutes from time, gave Arsenal a lifeline. And then in the 6th minute of stoppage time, it was a header from Jem Beatty. A brilliant header it was as well, to bring us level. And wow, incredible stuff. We've now got an extra half an hour to I say enjoy. I'm not sure how much enjoyment it's going to be, because it's going to obviously be quite stressful, I would assume. But what a comeback again. This team doesn't know when they're beaten, do they? Oh, Terry said you wanted extra time, otherwise you get to clear that. Oh, right, yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. Russo late winner there. Yeah, let's hope so. Anybody with a late winner will do. It was certainly a late equalizer, wasn't it? Anyway, let's see what happens. We can all take a little bit of a breather, can't we, as we get ready for the start of extra time. Arsenal certainly have the momentum. You wonder whether Paris have got much left in them. They defended so well for so long, but in the end, a mistake gifted us the first goal, and then some great play for the second goal. You have to say, brilliant stuff. And just as we thought it was all over for us, Anyway, we're still in it. We're still in it. Steve says, enjoy it. I'm filling up oxygen tank. These close games. Yeah, it's difficult to enjoy it sometimes, but you have to enjoy the spirit that this team have got. Terry says, when you think these girls have only played 2 competitive games ago, exactly, yeah. We're so close into pre-season, you know, so early into pre-season. The fact that we've even produced what we produced there in that last 10 minutes. Yes, I agree with one of the earlier comments about, you know, Paris are a team we should be beating. Of course, we know we should be beating a team like Paris. But, you know, it's never easy, is it? You know, there's very, very few easy games these days, certainly in the Champions League. So, you know, it was always going to be difficult, and we've done it the hard way. Well, we haven't done it yet, but we've got ourselves in this position. We've had to do it the hard way, and we're coming from 2-0 down, and we've got it back to 2-2. There is about to be extra time, and yeah, how are your nerves feeling, guys? Because I'm feeling a little bit exhausted after that, but we've got another half an hour. The players have got another half an hour, and yes, let's see. Terry says there, Richard, sing my song I wrote just before Super Gen came on. Indeed, Super Gen BT, wow, incredible stuff. That's twice now in a Champions League game. She's been thrown up front when we're losing, and she's come up with a big goal. Cool Nut says there, this game has taken some years off my life. Well, I mean, that's the life of being an Arsenal fan, unfortunately, isn't it? Most games tend to take years off our life, don't they? But yes, this one certainly has. It's been stressful. It's been tense, and it looked as though it was going to be a really disappointing game, didn't it? It's not over yet. We still might be going out, but we've managed to somehow claw our way back. And let's hope that, you know, with momentum on our side now, that we can go on and finish this job. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Tim says there, Women's Champions League should be 32 teams and not 16. I think one day it probably will be. Like, everything's growing, isn't it? We've got Magnificent Jafar in the chat with him. I think, hope you're well. Hello, Richard. Hope you're doing good. Well, I'm doing okay. Obviously, a bit nervous and stressed. So sad I've missed this match. Who scored? It was Russo with the first goal, and then it was Jem Beattie with the equalizer right at the end, which Terry was obviously pleased about. Well, we was all pleased about, let's be honest. So we've gone back to attacking the goal to our left now in extra time. I'm not sure there's been any more substitutions in that little break, but we're just about to get underway for this final half an hour. We all need to take a breath, didn't we? Terry says, I did say we're winning everything this season. Well, you did, but we haven't won this game yet, have we, Terry? So let's just calm down a little bit. You know, we've got to find a way to get through this 30 minutes of extra time. We are back off and underway. It's Paris who took that centre, and the ball gone straight out for a throw over on this near side. And Arsenal have got the momentum, certainly, but we still need another goal. Otherwise, it's going to go to penalties, isn't it? But we showed in that last 10 minutes that, you know, we put a lot of pressure on. We got the ball in the box, and we got the quality, didn't we, with Russo, and then Jem Beattie's brilliant header. What a great goal that was, actually. I don't think you could. I think crosses and headers are the best goals to see, aren't they? Anyway, suddenly Arsenal got a little bit of space over on that far side. The ball's played in to the edge of the box. Lena Hurtig. Oh, surely that was an offside against Russo, and in fact, Lena Hurtig has conceded a foul, is she? She's claiming that she was fouled. That's an interesting one, right on the edge of the box. I mean, surely Lena Hurtig's been fouled. She just got the ball, knocked it past the defender. It was on the edge of the box. It wouldn't have been a penalty. But surely that's a foul on Lena Hurtig. Surely it is. She's gone down with a knock on her knee. Surely that should be a free kick to Arsenal. But instead, the referee, who's been absolutely shocking. I mean, look, she's just towed the ball there, and then she's got taken out. How on earth is that a free kick to Paris? How on earth is that not a free kick to Arsenal? Ridiculous decision again by this referee, who's, I don't know what country she's from, but she's been absolutely shocking, and she's given that as a free kick to Paris, incredibly. Tim says there, Jen's goal, was that off a McCabe cross? It was McCabe's cross from that far side, Arsenal's left. Brilliant cross. And Jem Beattie with the header. It was a great goal. Steve says there, baby steps, Terry first. Exactly. Lily says, love Jen with my full heart. Well, I think we all do. And we loved her even more when she got that header in, as we did against Wolfsburg as well. Bongo Gunner says, these refs, exactly. Carlton says, come on, you Gunners, indeed. Come on, you Gunners. And Terry says this ref is terrible. She's just a disgrace, quite honestly. Steve said, I was going to say what country is the ref. I don't know what country she's from. Her name's Christina Georgievu, so maybe Greece or somewhere. I'm not sure. Anyway, she's been terrible. Let's be honest. Steph Catley now coming forward for Arsenal. Let's just get this game won without the need for penalties, please, because we've had enough stress for the one day. So we don't need any more, do we? Let's be honest. Terry's gone, okay, Steve, 4-2. Let's just get 3-2 first. Surely that's another foul, ref. Oh, and she's given a free kick to Paris there. What is she doing? Honestly, this ref. No, she has given a free kick to Arsenal. That's okay. I'll let her off then. Because I didn't know what she was doing. Clearly, Russo was fouled. Anyway, it's a free kick over on that far side. We've got an opportunity to get the ball in the box. Jem Beach is going up again. She fancies getting another goal. Why not? She got herself a really important goal, didn't she? Our Paris make another substitution. Katie McCabe and Frida Minor over this free kick over on that far side, midway inside the Paris half. Bongo Guna says no director for. So we're just, one of our goals is worth 2 anyway, usually, aren't they? Because of how good they are. So that's fine. 4-2 will do. Anyway, we've played 3 minutes of this first period of extra time, and also got a free kick over on that far side. I think it's going to be Frida Minor, or maybe Katie McCabe actually. Who might be taking this. It is going to be Frida Minor. Katie McCabe runs away from it. Is it going to be a better delivery this time? It is a good ball to the far post, and it comes in. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, it was Lotta Wooben-Moy there with the header just into the side netting. That was a much better ball from Frida. She has a few poor free kicks earlier, but that was a great one there. Lotta Wooben-Moy came in at the far post, just into the side netting. She almost pushed her old friend Alessia Russo out of the way to get to that ball. And almost scored, but wasn't quite able to. But Arsenal taking that momentum from the end of the 90 minutes, or 102 minutes as it turned out to be. And Arsenal won a corner. Paris now are looking as though they've gone. Their legs have gone. And let's see now if we can take advantage of this. We've played nearly 5 minutes of extra time. And so far it is still 2-2, but Arsenal have definitely got the momentum in this game. And we've got a corner. Was it Amanda Illister who went off for Jembetti? Actually, I didn't really see that substitution. I've not seen her since. This corner comes in again towards the edge of 6-yard box. Goalkeeper punches it almost into her own net. Cleared off the line. The goalie has looked shaky from balls into the box. It was Thiney there who cleared it off the line. The captain for Paris. The corner there from Frida Minor again put into where the goalkeeper is. Her punch there went backwards. It would have dropped into her own net had it not been for that clearance off the line. And it's another corner though to Arsenal, which Katie McCabe's going to take over on that far side. Terry says, was that not a foul on Russo? Well, probably not. But anyway, it's not going to be given, is it? Let's be honest. It's a corner though to Arsenal. And we don't have Amanda Illister to get on the end of it anymore, but it doesn't matter. We've got plenty of height in there. Hertig, Russo, Lotta Wooben-Moy's in there. Of course, Jem Beattie's in there. And Victoria Palova on the edge of the penalty. This corner comes in from Katie McCabe. The goalkeeper this time gets a more comfortable save, more comfortable catch. We've played 5.5 minutes of extra time. It is still Arsenal 2, Paris 2. Dramatic scenes here in Sweden. Russo's done really well to win the ball back really high up the pitch. Really well, actually. She's going to try and win a corner again for Arsenal, perhaps. She's in this near side, plays it back to Katie McCabe, who's done well. Plays it square in to Victoria. Palova Russo gets it back again on this near side. Thought about a cross instead, goes back to Katie McCabe. She will put a cross in. It's going to come to that far post, looking there for Chloe Lacasse, but she couldn't get a good connection on it, and it's going to go out for a throw to Paris over on that far side. We have played 6 minutes now of extra time. Arsenal 2, Paris 2. What a dramatic and exciting game this has been. Incredible stuff. Really, really great fight back from Arsenal, as you would expect, because that's what Arsenal do. Anyway, the ball is now back with Manu Zinsberger. And we've got 47 likes. We need three more likes, and then Arsenal will win this game without the need for penalties. So come on, guys. There's 136 watching. Please, 3 of you give us a like. Why not subscribe as well while you're there? Won't do you any harm. Anyway, Paris have now got a corner, actually, over on the far side. So this game certainly isn't done yet. It was Chloe Lacasse there. In fact, I might have been Lotte Wubben-Moy actually put it out for a corner, blocking that cross. Let's see if Arsenal can defend this. We certainly don't want to go behind again. I think it'll be very difficult to come back a third time. We've done it from 2-0 down, but we still had a lot of time left at that stage, didn't we? But it is a corner to Paris. We're going to have to be switched on here and defend this set piece. It is going to be Diney with the corner, the captain, over on that far side. We've played 7.5 minutes of this first period of extra time. The corner comes into the near post. It's headed out, though. Well defended that was by Arsenal. Oh, that's a poor ball forward from Paris. And suddenly Arsenal got an opportunity for a counter-attack, maybe. Chloe Lacasse with the ball, but she maybe took too long to whack that up the line. And she has conceded a throw. Maybe just get that ball forward up the line would have maybe been a good option. But anyway, it is a throw. She had a great game, Chloe Lacasse. And Arsenal again have won the ball high out the pitch now. Lena Hurtig runs into a little bit of trouble, though, the Swede on her old pitch. And now there's a chance for a crossover on that far side for Paris to get the ball into the box, into the near post. Again, that's good defending from Arsenal, but trying to make the meal of that, really, Kim Little did. And the cross comes in, it's gone behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. We've played 8 minutes of this first period of extra time. And we've got a goal kick to Arsenal. There's a yellow card being shown to Lena Hurtig for a foul in the build-up to that last Paris attack, which is, again, it's ridiculous when you look at... I'm not saying that wasn't a yellow card, but what I'm saying is the fact that Paris have conceded 25,000 free kicks in this game and have not got booked for most of them. But we get booked for that one. Roland says there, how are you people watching this? I'm watching it on the Arsenal website. I think it's on the Paris FC website as well. But stay with us anyway, because you won't miss a kick here. It's just you won't be able to actually watch it, unfortunately. Anyway, it's another goal kick to Arsenal. We're coming up towards 10 minutes of this first period of extra time played. It's been no further score since Jem Beattie's dramatic 96-minute header to bring Arsenal level after Alessia Russo got her first Arsenal goal to bring us back into it from 2-0 down. Victoria Pelova now tried to thread the ball through. In fact, she has managed to feed it through to Frida Marnham. We've got some space over on the far side. Lotte Wubben-Moy plays it in to Kim Little. Gets it back again. Kim Little turns and then plays the ball out to the far side. Chloe Lacasse plays it back to Lotte Wubben-Moy, who's almost playing more as a right back now since Jem Beattie's come on. Charlotte says there's no commentary, so I'm listening to this and the game. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, good to have you still with us, Charlotte. I hope you've enjoyed the game. It's been quite stressful, hasn't it, let's be honest, but not quite as stressful now as it was, but it could get a bit more stressful if we don't score a goal in the next 20 minutes or so. We've played 100 minutes now, so 10 minutes of extra time. We've got 5 more till half time. Victoria Pelova now inside the centre circle, just lays the ball off to Lotte Wubben-Moy, plays it up that far side to Chloe Lacasse again, cutting in field, to Frida Marnham, plays it back to Jem Beattie on halfway, clips the ball to this near side to Katie McCabe, a nice take from her, plays it in field. Kim Little, is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Kim Little skips past one challenge, plays the ball out to the far side. Lena Hurtig has got possession, finds Chloe Lacasse, plays it back to Lotte Wubben-Moy. Arsenal building up some pressure here. Victoria Pelova, it's with Kim Little again. Just plays it square to Lotte Wubben-Moy, gets it back again. Kim Little now. Steph Catley crosses it towards Lena Hurtig, controls it on her chest, lays it off. This is nice play to, it's great play inside the box. Lovely feet. The shot comes in. Oh, just wide. Was that Chloe Lacasse again? Brilliant feet from her inside the penalty area. She went, actually, it was Victoria Pelova. The shot there, was that saved by the goalie? Was it just wide of the post? Brilliant play there from Victoria Pelova inside the penalty area. Wow, Terry says, let's be honest, if the ref had booked the Paris players, they would only have goalkeeper left on the pitch here. Quite honestly, they probably would have done the amount of fouls they've committed, and some of them have committed 3 or 4 each. So, yeah, you'd imagine that they would have had a few sent off. But they wouldn't have committed all those fouls had the referee started booking them earlier on. But anyway, it's good to see booking the Arsenal players for 1 foul. Anyway, that's what we like to see, don't we? Nice, fair refereeing. Anyway, Steph Catley now on this near side finds Katie McCabe. It was her great cross that led to that dramatic Jem Beattie goal. We love a good late Gembiti goal, don't we? Anyway, Steph Catley striding forward, plays the ball in to Victoria Play. We're sure she was fouled, actually. The clearance actually hit her, and then Paris have managed to get the ball back again. Now they're trying to play a ball forward. They haven't really bothered attacking for a long time, have they? Really consistently at all. But anyway, Ken says they're absolute rubbish. Or we've just given the ball away inside at the penalty area on this near side. Great tackle there from Katie McCabe, but that looks like it went out actually for a corner. I don't know what's absolute rubbish. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to there. Tim says there, the Paris FC website. It's on the Arsenal website as well, but I'm not sure where in the world it is. Anyway, Bongo Gouda says, drop some likes. Yeah, let's get the likes up to 50 at least, maybe more. But anyway, it's a corner to Paris at the minute. So we need to be switched on here. We're into the last 2 minutes of this first period of extra time. And we're going to have a penalty shootout. I don't really fancy one, if I'm honest. But anyway, let's see if we can get the winning goal before the leave there. Its corner's played short. Paris looking for something a bit different. That cross comes in. Free header at the far post. It wasn't actually. It's great defending. That was, I'm not quite sure who got. I think it was Steph Catley with that header. Brilliant defending from her. Paris looking to try to get a sustained period of pressure before half time and extra time. That ball, though, isn't going to find its target because Manu Zinsberger's there. Looked for a minute as though there was going to be a free header there from Paris, but it was a good defensive header from Steph Catley, I think it was. Saved the day. Tim, can you give me the link? Yeah, I mean, just the Paris FC website. If you go and search on there on your browser, you should be able to find it. Anyway, Arsenal in possession now again over on that far side. Nice play that was from Lena Hurst. He played the ball through, looking for Russo, actually. It's a good ball, but it was good defending. And now Arsenal coming forward again. Frida Marnham Russo tried to fit it through to Katie McCabe, but Paris clear away, but not for very long. Arsenal in possession again. Kim Little manages to keep the ball as she usually does. Steph Catley now a little bit of space, threads it in to Russo, tries to turn away from the defender, but she wasn't able to. And Paris can now come forward themselves. We're into the last 30 seconds of this first period of extra time. Arsenal need to not concede a third goal, that's for certain, before the break here. And Arsenal going to throw actually over on the far side as we count down towards half time in extra time. Arsenal going to have another 15 minutes to try to win this game and go through to the two-legged playoff. We've got a chance now. Katie McCabe, a little bit of space, striding forward, plays the ball into the feet of Frida Marnham. Lovely ball into Russo inside the box. Lesia Russo, not her favoured side on her left foot. The angle was tight and she's fired it over the crossbar. That was almost an opportunity there. Lovely play from Frida Marnham. She needed to hit that first time with her left foot. Had it been on the other side on her right, I'm sure she would have buried that, as she did a couple of times in the World Cup, a similar position, but on the opposite side. And we have now played 30 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this first period of extra time. There can't be long left, you wouldn't imagine, till the break here. And an opportunity for Arsenal just to regroup again and go for the final 15 minutes. Big chance that was there for Russo, though. If it'd been on her right foot, you feel as though it would have been a goal, but it wasn't. And she's not as strong on that left-hand side, is she? And it went wide of the post. Anyway, Arsenal go forward, but we're not now. Half-time whistle's gone. It's half-time in extra time. It is still Arsenal 2, Paris 2. There's a little bit of the Wolfsburg about this game, isn't there? In many ways, with Jem Beattie getting the equaliser and no further goals in the first half of extra time. Of course, that night we conceded a very, very late goal. Hopefully today we can score a late goal to win this game. But at half-time and extra time, it is Arsenal 2, Paris 2. And we are 15 minutes away from a penalty shootout, which is not ideal, is it? Tim says, use a VPN if it's country blocked. Yeah, you would need to use a VPN, but I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I'll say it's on the Arsenal website here in the UK anyway. So, and what a game it's been. It's been a roller coaster ride, hasn't it, of ups and downs. And somehow we're still in it, but we've still got work to do here, haven't we? We have still got work to do. Let's get those likes up to 50, guys, and then we'll definitely win. We can almost guarantee it. We can't totally guarantee it. We can almost guarantee it. If we get 50 likes, we will probably win this game. We've got 55. Thanks, guys. We've got 55. We're definitely winning now. I just had to refresh my feed. 55 likes. Let's get 60 then, shall we? If we get 60, we'll win before penalties. And if we don't get 60, it's going to go to penalties. And it's a bit of a lottery. To be fair, Paris look dead on their feet, actually. They look, a lot of them are getting some stretches. Arsenal players look a little bit fresher. Let's be honest, we do look a bit fresher. So let's hope that is going to be a big sign in these final 15 minutes. A couple of Arsenal players are getting some rub downs and some treatment. Of course, it's extra time. You know, it's only pre-season. We shouldn't even be playing extra time in pre-season, should we? I'm not sure if we're going to see Beth Mead yet either. She's got a little bib on. Not sure if she's going to come on or not. But we are 15 minutes away from what would be a penalty shootout. Let's hope Arsenal can get a goal before that to make that unnecessary, because the stress of a penalty shootout isn't really good for you, is it? Let's be honest. We had one in the World Cup with the Lionesses, didn't we? Terry says, why are we playing a super goal scorer at centre-back? Put her back up front. I think we'll only put her back up front if we need a goal, because she's effective at that. But I think we need her defensive solidity as well, don't we, at this moment in time? Bongo Guna says, how we lost that Wolfsburg game was awful. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? 119th minute, whatever it was, when we conceded that goal. It's heartbreaking, wasn't it, really? Colnut says, yeah, we are definitely looking better. Yeah, we are. We're looking stronger, but we need to find a way to get the goal from that. You know, we've been the better team for most of this game, but it's been so difficult, hasn't it? Tim says, maybe we get Beth on for penalties. Yeah, it's a potential, isn't it? I suppose. I'm sure she'd score a penalty. Bongo's a hope. Why do you hope not? No, get her on for penalties. Mind you, yeah, you don't want a player to come straight off the bench and take a penalty here. We saw what happened to the England men in the Euro, didn't we? Anyway, it's going to be Arsenal to kick off this second period of extra time. And we are taking a goal to the right now, where we got those two dramatic goals, didn't we? Russo and Beattie with the two Arsenal goals to get us back into this game when it looked as though we were going out of the Champions League. But this team has got some character about them, haven't they? But we're not through yet. Let's not get carried away. We've still got 15 minutes to play, and then we might have the lottery of a penalty shootout. But let's hope that we can find a goal at what's been our lucky end in this game. It wasn't the other night, was it? Because we missed a penalty up that end of the pitch, if you remember, against Linköping on Wednesday. But we did score those two goals in that end in the second half of normal time. And let's see if we can find. We are back off and underway in the second period of extra time. 15 minutes left of this game before a penalty shootout potentially, or are we going to get a hero in red and white and Arsenal find a way to win this game from the brink of going out of the Champions League? What character this team's got. Never, ever write this team off. That's all I would say, because they've shown time and time again. But now Paris with an opportunity to get the ball into the box at the near post. There's going to be a chance here at the far post. Oh, they've scored. The first minute of the second period of extra time. It's a goal. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It is a disaster for Arsenal. Poor defending it is. And it's a goal for, I'm not sure who scored it actually. I'm not sure who scored the goal. The free shot at the far post. It was a good finish. And Arsenal are behind again. Just as we thought we'd done enough. Looked like it may have got a slight deflection there on the way through. And Arsenal are on the brink now of going out. This was not what we anticipated in extra time at all. Arsenal looked the stronger, but we've gone to sleep at the start of this second period. And Paris have got back in front again. They looked dead on their feet, didn't they? But it's Arsenal who've started so sloppily at the start of this second period of extra time. It's actually Julie Sawyer, who's got the goal for Paris. Steve says there, what's new? 1 minute goals indeed. Yeah, Terry says asleep again. Yeah, we were. We just switched off at the start of extra time, the second period of extra time. And we have got a lot of work to do again now if we're going to save ourselves. Just incredible sloppiness again from Arsenal at the start of this extra time, second period. But Chloe Lacasse now on this near side. We have still got time to find a goal. Russo does well, turns away from one challenge, battles for the ball, manages to win it. Kim Little in possession. But it's going to be a throw, is it, to Arsenal? Indeed, it is on this near side. Is it time to throw Jem Beattie back up front again? Maybe not quite yet, but we may well see her soon. Lots of Woober with his cross, but it's cleared away at full stretch there by the Paris defence. But Steph Catley should deal with this. Hopefully she does. She does deal with it well. And in fact, there was a late challenge on her there. There's a clash of heads, and both sets of trainers are going to come on the pitch. There's a clash of heads between Steph Catley and the substitute Nagalia. And Steph looks as though she's come off worse out of this, actually. A lot of concern for both of these two players. Oh, it was a nasty clash of heads there, really nasty one. And Steph is down. And this isn't looking good for either of these two players, actually. It's not looking good at all. Let's hope they're both going to be okay. The Paris player is getting back to her feet again, but Steph hasn't moved. And she's still lying on the pitch, getting some treatment. And this is not looking good for Steph Catley, actually, you have to say. It was a very nasty clash of heads. It looks as though Katerina Cole may well be coming on. This is going to probably be a concussion substitution anyway, you do feel. But Steph is still down. And this isn't looking good at all for Steph Catley or for Arsenal here. Not sure if she's going to be able to continue in this game. She's receiving some lengthy treatment, and Katerina Cole is getting prepared to come on. You'd imagine that Katie McKay will just drop in to left back. And there's going to be a big heap of stoppage time at the end of extra time now. And let's just hope Steph's okay. But it's certainly a nasty one there. She took the full force of that because the Paris player sprinted towards the ball. That's why she's come off worse from that particular challenge. Amina says it's not over. No, there's just an injury to Steph Catley at the moment. So there's a break in play. We've only played maybe 5 minutes of, well, no, we've not even played 5 minutes of the second half of extra time, have we? She's getting stitched up or bandaged up, Steph Catley, actually. That was why. Maybe it's not quite as bad an injury as we looked as though it was, but she's just been getting patched up. She's sitting back up again now. She's back on her feet again, which is great news. Not sure she's going to be able to continue in this game, though. I've got a feeling it's going to be a concussion injury. So she is going off. She'd have to go off anyway due to the treatment that she's got. I'm not really sure if she's going to be able to come back on anyway. In fact, she isn't, because we've made that substitution. Katerina Cole, I think, has come on, has she? Yeah, she has. Katerina Cole's come on, and Steph Catley's had to go off. Let's hope she's going to be okay. At least, you know, she was up and moving about. She just had a bandage around her head. Anyway, we've got a free kick. The result of it is a free kick to Arsenal, just inside the Arsenal half, which Katie McCabe is going to take. Ariana says there, how much time now? Well, we don't know because the injury time. The ball's going to come through to Lena Hurtig over on that far side. Tries to pull it back at the near post. Couldn't get enough on it. It's gone through to the goalkeeper. We've played, we've got 8 minutes of the second half remaining, but there's going to be a chunk of stoppage time as well now for that. Terry says, do you think the ref will book Steph Catley for time wasting? Probably. Not commenting. No, yeah, unfortunately, Paris have scored again. The very start of the second period of extra time, they're coming forward again. You do feel if they get a fourth goal, it will be all over for definite, wouldn't it? They've got an attack still going over on the far side. It's going to be a corner, is it, to Paris? And we've got 7.5 minutes of time to play at the end of extra time. But there will be probably 3 or 4 minutes of injury time there for that really, really serious head injury. Paris are in no rush to take this corner. And you can't really blame them, let's be honest. They're winning this game. Surely the referee needs to be booking some players. No Paris players even in the penalty area for this corner. They're not going to bother to even try and attack. They've just kept it in the corner. And they want to try and keep the ball there, don't they, for as long as they can. And they've lost it. And now also got an opportunity to get the ball forward up that far side, but they haven't managed to do so successfully. And Paris, again, are going to just try to get the ball in that corner again, aren't they? In fact, they might try and keep it there now. In fact, it ran out of play. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Time is running out. Are we going to get one more big moment in this game? We've had a Jem Beattie moment. Last game in the Champions League, we lost 3-2 after extra time. Are we going to lose 3-2 after extra time in our next Champions League game today? Not really sure. But that is the score at the moment, and time is running out. We've played 114 minutes, so 6 left. There will be a chance of stoppage time, though. But there's still not a lot of time, is there? If we're going to find a way back into this game, we need to find something late and dramatic again. But we haven't got the ball at the minute. I say Paris have got it over in that bottom corner. They're quite happy to keep it there, but Arsenal now do pick up the ball and now trying to come forward ourselves, but we haven't got possession. Paris have got it back. They're keeping the ball well now, actually. In fact, we can't get it off them, and they're coming forward again this time. But again, Arsenal battle away there, trying to get the ball clear. And that's good play. In fact, it's a free kick. It was Lotta Wubben-Moy who was fouled. Jude says there, I can't believe this team is still very mediocre with a very lackluster kind of play with all the players they bought and training. Social media team always showing off on social media. Well, yeah, I mean, they are. But let's be honest, we're still in pre-season. And it's unfortunate that this game is so important. And this team, you know, we've got new players to bed in, haven't we? And I think we've battled well in this second half. Cross comes in again towards Lena Hurtig. Oh, she just tried to lay it off. Sorry, it's Russo tried to lay Lena Hurtig tried to lay it off to Russo. Didn't quite have enough on it. And Paris managed to clear the ball away. Arsenal back in possession though. Lotta Wubben-Moy. Jem Beattie still in defence. They haven't pushed her up front as yet, but that may well happen in the next 5 minutes. There is going to a mistake there again from Paris. Arsenal coming forward. Shot from the end of the box comes in. It's in. Oh, we've scored. Is that Frida Marnham? It is. No, it isn't. It's Katerina Kool. No, it's Russo. It's Alessia Russo. What a goal that is. Wow. Incredible stuff. Russo's got her second. It is 3-3. That is a magnificent goal. Cutting in from that left-hand side. Banged into that bottom corner. What a goal that is. Incredible stuff. What a run that was. And what a shot as well, right into that bottom corner. And Arsenal have saved themselves again. Alessia Russo showing why Arsenal wanted to buy her so much. What a goal that is. Wow. Incredible stuff. And from the brink of defeat, Arsenal have done it again. Loki says goal. Terry says get in there. Steve says lucky again. Come on. It wasn't lucky. Coolnut says it Russo magic. Indeed. It was Russo magic. It was indeed Russo magic. What a goal that was. Wow. Brilliant stuff. That's 2 for Russo. And it's 3 for Arsenal. It is Arsenal 3, Paris 3. It has been a quite remarkable game here in Sweden. And we've still got 3 minutes plus stoppage time to play. Loki says, lucky arse. I wouldn't say lucky. That was absolute quality goal. Bongo Guna says, now don't mess it up. Oh, no, definitely don't mess it up. And we've still got time to actually win it as well. What a goal that was. You can't underestimate the quality of that goal. It was just absolutely brilliant from Alessia Russo. Oh, and we've just given the ball away there in a dangerous area over on that far side. Paris now suddenly don't want to just stick it in the corner. They want to actually try and keep the ball, but they can't because Katie McKay's won it back and plays a long ball forward again, looking for Russo. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. Wow, that was quite incredible. M. Arson says there, Russo, 1 goal, please. Well, she's got 2 already, so we can't really be too hard on her. Steve says there, they should sack this coach. He's grossly incompetent. Why are we struggling to win a team like Paris? With all due respect to Paris, with all our new recruits, we shouldn't be labouring to win. No, but what we've got is character, and that comes from the manager. A lot of teams wouldn't have come back from this. That we've had to come back from 2-0 down, from 3-2 down in extra time. Bongo Gunner says, how long? Well, 2 minutes of official time, but there's going to be injury time. There's going to be more now because Manu Zinsberg has gone down, and we're going to get another break in play here for this treatment to Manu Zinsberger, who got herself injured as well. She did go down a little bit before as well. Anyway, we may well have some more drama in a minute with a penalty shootout. Let's see what happens. There's going to be quite a lot of stoppage time to play now. Obviously, the injury to Steph Catley earlier, and now this injury here. Steve said easy 8. Yeah, maybe 7 or 8 potentially. I'm not really sure. But anyway, Manu Zinsberg is now getting treatment, and she may not be able to carry on, actually, which would be a shame because she's got great. She's great at saving penalties, isn't she, Manu Zinsberger? So we need her to stay fit for the last few minutes here. I don't know if the referee was having a word with her about time wasting potentially, but the other goalkeeper's gone down 20 times in this game. Anyway, we are into the final minute of extra time, but there is going to be, I think, at least 5 minutes of stoppages at the end of this, at least 5 minutes, because Steph Catley's long injury, and now the one for Zinsberger, Katie McKay, is taking a throw over on that far side. She's going to throw it long up that line, trying to get the ball up that other end. Can we get a winner in these final few minutes that remain? But it's going to be a throw now instead to Paris. Wow, what an incredible, incredible game this has been. Arsenal 3, Paris 3. Arsenal came back from 2-0 down in normal time. A 96-minute Jem Beattie header to take it to extra time. And now we've come back from 3-2. There are 5 minutes of stoppage time. There is going to be 5 more minutes. Is it enough time for Arsenal to get a winning goal? We haven't led in this game yet. It'd be nice time to lead now, wouldn't it? Anyway, it's Paris coming forward again, but that's not a great ball. Chloe Lacasse back defending well. And now Arsenal have got a counter-attacking opportunity here, but we've lost the ball in midfield, actually, but won it straight back again. Lotte Wubben-Moy plays a long ball forward. Russo's on a hat-trick, of course. Lena Hertig there concedes a free kick. That foul there on one of the substitutes, Hoshin. She had her arm on her there. And it is a free kick to Paris. Henry says there, let's go Gunners, we can do it. Well, we can do it. I'm not sure if we're going to, but we're now in nearly a minute of stoppage time of the 5. Arsenal haven't got the ball though. It's with Paris over on that far side. But Arsenal have won the ball now. And now we're going to get an opportunity for a counter-attack. Russo on a hat-trick. Well, what an impact that would be in just a second Arsenal appearance. That's a nice ball forward, though, for Victoria Palova, trying to go around the outside, but wasn't able to. And now Paris have picked up the ball. There's a player down with cramp for Paris. A lot of Wubben-Moy steps in. Now it's with Kim Little. Is this going to be the moment? Kim Little finds Katerina Korlev on that far side. That's with Lotte Wubben-Moy again. Now it's with Victoria Palova inside the penalty. Plays a cross in. Oh, it's headed out. Only as far as Kim Little finds Lotte Wubben-Moy. Plays it back into the penalty area again. Surely that's a foul, but Arsenal keep possession with Kim Little on the edge of the penalty area. Kim Little next with Katerina Cole. Plays it to Lotte Wubben-Moy. This is a good spell of pressure from Arsenal. Chloe Lacasse now on this near side. Can she get a cross in? She can get a cross in, but it's deflected and it's cleared away. We've played nearly 2 minutes of the 5 of stoppage time. This is incredible stuff. It is so tense and so nervy. And Arsenal won the ball back again. Is this going to be Arsenal look the more likely at this moment in time? Chloe Lacasse steps in. She's had a great game, Chloe Lacasse. She's still running now in the 122nd minute of this game. Tim says a KT Olympico would be all right. It would certainly would be good. Terry says 4-2, but 5-2 on the cards. I'm not sure if it will be. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again with Katerina Cole. There's a little bit of space here on this near side for Chloe Lacasse. Chloe Lacasse now puts a cross in. The goalkeeper hasn't got it in front of the far post. Alyssa Russo's there. Oh, she's headed it onto the roof of the net. That was, it was Frida Mine. I'm sorry. Oh, my word. That was incredible. Looked like Arsenal was getting a stoppage time winner. It was Russo's header back. Oh, Frida Mine needed to head that down. Oh, that was a bad miss. Frida's not had a great game, you have to say. Wow. Loki says miss. Terry, Joel says, come on, you Gunners. Indeed. I thought that was the moment there. That was the big chance, wasn't it, there for Frida Marnham to win the game for Arsenal. Header back from Russo, 6 yards out? She's got to put that on target. Still Arsenal coming forward, but we're not now because we've just lost the ball. Katerina Cole ran into trouble. Now we've got the counter-attack to defend. We have now, we're 2 minutes away from penalties. If indeed we get that far, that's a poor ball into the box. Jem Beattie's there. And now Arsenal can try to get the ball clear. It's going to be a goal kick. Wow. We've got a comment in there. We need Miedema. We do need Miedema, but she's injured. John says it fell to the wrong person. Yeah, it possibly did. It should have fell to Russo, wouldn't it? And Leah, yeah, of course, and Leah, yeah. Terry says, what a great backheader from Russo. What an impact Russo's made. You know, Arsenal coming forward again. We're into the last minute now of stoppage time. We're coming forward. This is a big opportunity now. Oh, it wasn't a great ball from Victoria Palova. It's going to run out of play for a goal kick. And is that the end of our chance to win this game without penalties? We will see. A couple of Paris players are going down with cramp. That is Tiny there, the captain. She's their oldest player, so maybe that's why she's definitely struggling with cramp. We're into the last minute now of stoppage time at the end of extra time. Arsenal 3, Paris 3. It looks as though it's going to be a penalty shootout. Frida Marnham's miss. How important will that prove to be at the end of this game? We'll have to wait and see. But Arsenal got a throw. We might get one more chance. 30 seconds left on the clock for Arsenal to try to find this dramatic goal. A big chance just a moment ago. Can we find another? Can we fashion another one? Paris just trying to get the ball away. And it's now gone all the way back to Manu Zinsberger. Arsenal might get one more attack, are we? Or does Manu Zinsberger fancy being the hero from the penalty shootout? I'm not really sure whether it's going to be the case, but we'll see. Arsenal coming forward one more time. The ball's played through, looking for Russo. It's cut out, though. And Paris just hoofed the ball anywhere. And it's going to go all the way through to Manu Zinsberger. In fact, there goes the full-time whistle. We have got a penalty shootout to, I would say, enjoy. I'm not sure we're going to enjoy it particularly because I don't think penalty shootouts can be enjoyed when so much is at stake. But it's finished here 3-3. Paris scored twice in a minute through Bordia in the 56th and 57th minute to put themselves in control. But Arsenal staged a dramatic comeback. Russo with 80 minutes played. Jem Beattie's header in 96 took it to extra time. It looked as though Paris were going to win it when Sawyer scored at the 106th minute, but with 4 minutes of normal time left at the end of extra time, Russo scored the goal of the game, a contender for goal of the season to make it 3-3. And now we've got a shootout to come. Well, incredible, incredible stuff. This is going to be the most dramatic finale to a game already this season, isn't it? We've only played 2 games, and here we go again. Terry says, well done, girls. Steve says there's 3 goals from David. Well, yeah, the first one was just, I don't know what we were doing with a cross. The second one was just terrible, gave the ball away. And yeah, the third one, we was asleep at the start of the second period of extra time. But what you have to say is the way that this team have responded and come back now from 2-0 down and 3-2 down in extra time, incredible courage and spirit. And we're going to need some more now in this shootout, aren't we? Which 5 players do we think are going to take the penalties? We see if we can find out. Hang on. I've lost my pen, actually. Oh, my pen's here. So let's have a look. Who do we think is going to take these penalties in? Steph Catley's going to take one. We know that. Kim Little is going to take one as well. We probably know that. Who else do we think will take a penalty? Katie McCabe. Do we reckon Katie McCabe will take one? I'm going to say Katie McCabe will take one. So that's another one. Who else do we think? Let's have a look. Chloe Lacasse. I reckon Chloe Lacasse might take one. Simpsons. Oh, Catley's off. Of course she is. Yes, Catley's off. You're right. She won't be able to take one, will she? Tim says Russo's second was pure class. It was. It was fantastic. Terry says, come on, chat, hit that like button. We want the win. Tim's gone Little, McCabe, Russo, Palova. I'm not sure if Russo will take one. I mean, she must be confident, having scored those 2 goals. Yeah, maybe Victoria. Yeah, obviously, yeah, Steph Catley, I forgot she'd gone off. Yeah, I hadn't updated my team sheet. That's only 4, by the way, Tim. We need one more, don't we? Well, hopefully we won't. We might win it with 4, mightn't we? Manu Zinsberg has got a very, very good record of saving penalties, hasn't she? And if she saves a couple here, that might well be enough to put us through. You imagine Kim Little will definitely take one. I know she missed one the other day. Charlotte says, I reckon Manu. Well, Manu's going to take a penalty. I don't know if she'll take one. Charlotte says she's actually good on, but she's good at saving them. Tim's gone Lacasse. Yeah, I think so there. Nicola says, I love this team no matter what. Yeah, we all do. Charlotte says, even though she's a keeper, sometimes the keepers take one, don't they? She might do. Terry says, Russo, Little, Katie, Super Jen, and the Zins. Well, yeah, maybe we'll see. SC says, ask men's and women's defence both seems sleepy at the start. Yeah, no, you're right. We do seem to fall asleep at the start of games. Anyway, we're going to see which end the penalties are going to be taken at. I prefer them at the end over to our right, because that's where we scored all our goals in this game. Although Kim Little did miss a penalty at that end the other night, didn't she? Charlotte says she's good at taking them too. Well, let's see. She may well take one in, but I'm hoping she's going to save a couple as well. And if she saves a couple, then hopefully she won't need to take one because we'll win anyway. I'm thinking Frida Marner might take one, actually. I'm going to go Kim Little, Frida Marner, even though she's not had a great game, Chloe Lacasse, Katie McCabe, and Russo. Yeah, I think Russo might take one, just because I think she'll be confident with them goals that she scored. But I say we might not need 5, because hopefully Manu will save at least one, because she is very, very good at saving penalties, as we know. Which end are we going to take them at? Looks like we are going to take them at the end where we've scored all our goals in, as opposed to the end where they've scored all their goals in this game. So we'll see. Anyway, let's see what happens. There's some big moments here coming up for this penalty shootout. Tim says Lena might. She's been on form. Yeah, I mean, I think they'll know who the best penalty takers are. Let's be honest. Quite obviously that they'll know the best players to take them, the ones that are confident and the ones that feel that they can score. It looks like Katie McCabe is going up first for Arsenal. I've just got the feeling that she looked as though she was moving towards it is going to be down at the end to our right hand side, the end where we scored all our 3 goals in this game, which I think is a good choice for our point of view. Although I say it was the one where Kim Little missed that penalty the other night, but anyway, it's a different moment now. Manu Zinsberger, just a little bit more treatment, I think, and now she's going to take her position ready for this penalty shootout. Who is going to be the hero or the heroine, shall we say? Let's be clear. Terry says, do you think the ref will send some of our penalty takers off before they might book them? I think it's going to be it's going to be Paris to go first. Tim says there, and she had a biggie against the USA a few weeks back. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, you're right. She did. A bit lucky to go in that one, though, wasn't it? Steve says this ref is shady. Oh, she's very shady. Anyway, it's going to be number 19, Grelvedal, to go first for Paris. Fiat Grelvedal, the French player, and Manu Zinsberger, obviously, for Arsenal to try to keep it out. Come on, Manu. There's a lot of fans now gathered behind that goal. They've moved around from the side of the pitch to be able to witness this penalty shootout at a much better position. Terry says, come on, the Zins. Christina says, Manu. Yes, come on, Manu. We know how good you are at saving penalties. We need a big save here in this first penalty. It's going to be Graviol against Manu Zinsberger. Let's see what happens this first penalty in this shootout. Massive moment, this. Oh, she just sticks it in. Manu dived the right way, couldn't keep it out. It's 1-0 to Paris after one penalty. Who's coming up first for Arsenal? It's important that we score our first penalty, isn't it? She went the right way, Manu, there. She couldn't quite get enough on the ball. She didn't get anything on the ball at all, but she went the right way. And now it's Arsenal's first penalty. It's going to be Captain Kim steps up. Roxy says, come on, you Gunners. Steve's gone, it's anyone's game. Of course, it's anyone's game. Loki's gone 1-0. It is 1-0, but I mean, you know, it's only one penalty, isn't it? This is Captain Kim. She needs to make up for the one she missed the other night. The referee is telling the goalkeeper to stay on her line. She's a strange goalkeeper. She's made some good things and some terrible things in this game. What's she like at saving penalties? We're just about to find out. Kim Little it is to bring Arsenal level in the shootout. Captain Kim, normally so cool and calm from these situations, and she sticks it in. Kim Little. And it's 1-1 in the shootout. Kim Little it was there. Lovely penalty that into the top corner. No saving that. Keeper dived the wrong way anyway. But even if she dived the right way, there was no way she was saving it. 1-1 indeed. John says few. It is going to be one of the other substitutes. Hokin now for France, for Paris, sorry, the French defender. Somebody says they don't want another heartbreak after Wolfsburg. No, we don't. Terry says, yes, what a penalty. Come on, Manu. Save this one here. It is Hoshin, a defender again. Actually, two defenders have gone up first for Paris. Come on, Manu. Is this your moment to shine? Save this penalty. Comes in. Oh, that was a good penalty, actually, to be fair. Into the top corner. Again, Zinsberger's dived the right way. And you can't do much more as a goalkeeper. That was a good penalty down to the top corner. Very similar to where Kim just put hers. In fact, it was almost exactly the same spot. No saving that. Katie McCabe's up next. Katie McCabe is up next. She's missed two penalties in a row, of course, for Arsenal. If you remember last season, let's hope she doesn't miss this one. The referee is telling her to wait for the whistle, and then she's going to tell the goalie to stay on the line again. She has missed her last two penalties. I don't want to worry anybody, but I'm worried myself because of that reason. Come on, Katie, stick this one in. She's going to go left-footed, and I'm sure she's going to smash this as hard as she can. Come on, Katie, stick it in the net for us. So it's Katie McCabe stepping up. Oh, that's a cool penalty. Really good penalty. It's a goal, and it's 2-2. Roxy says she won't. Come on, Katie. Loki says 2-2 there indeed. Terry says yes. John says, quick past my heart pills. Exactly. We're all feeling the same, my friend. We are all feeling the same. So it says, third time lucky for Katie. It was. And then one that mattered, she stuck in. It's now Matteo going next for Paris. You do feel that Manu Zinsberger is going to save at least one of these. Is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one from Clara Matteo for Paris? The third penalty. Is it going to be a save for Manu Zinsberger this time? The penalty comes in. Oh, again, it's in the top corner. That's another good penalty. And again, Manu dived the right way, but she was not going to be able to save that one. There's no saving a penalty in that. If you put it in that top corner, no goalie saving it, are they? Another good penalty that was there from Paris, right into the top corner. In fact, it went in off the post. That's how close to the corner it was. Now it is Frida Marnham. She had that big miss at the end, which would have meant this penalty shootout didn't even happen. Headed over from close range. I'd say I don't think she's had a great game. I'm a little bit concerned. I was concerned about Katie McCabe. I'm a little bit concerned about Frida Marnham, although she is very good with a set piece usually, isn't she? Is Frida Marnham going to stick this one in? It is currently 3-2 to Paris on penalties. And it is going to be Frida Marnham against the goalkeeper Ndozi. Is she going to find the net here to equalise and make it 3-3? Let's hope so. Frida Marnham it is. And the goalie saved it. She pointed that way. And that sums up Frida's game, unfortunately. Not the greatest game for her. Come on, girls there. Come on, Paris. Where are you coming, Paris? No, don't come on, Paris at all. I'm stressed. This isn't funny. No, it isn't funny at all. Loki says a miss. Terry says, we do think Zinni will save one, though. John says knew she'd miss. Yeah, I felt she'd miss as well. She didn't look confident. It's number 8 next. Who's number 8? Corbez, another substitute for Paris. If they score this, it looks like it's going to be tough for Arsenal. We'll have to score our next one for definite, won't we? Just to make it 4-2 to Paris. We need Zinsberger to come up with something special here, don't we? Against the substitute Corbez for Paris. Is this going to be the moment for Zinni to come to the rescue? Yes, Zinni saved it. Get in, Zinni. The same way she dived full lengths. Zinni saved it. Get in. It's still 3-2 though to Paris. We've still got to score our next one. That was a great save. It was the same way before down to the right-hand side. Good save. She's dived the right way every time. We knew she'd save one. She has saved one. But we've still got to score this next one. And it is Russo. She's got 2 goals in this game. She must be feeling confident, surely. She needs to score this to make it 3-3. Although we got excited about that save, we are still losing this shootout by 3-2. But it is Russo with the opportunity to bring us level after 4 penalties each. Is this going to be the moment that we wait for? Alessia Russo steps up. Oh, she saved it again. The same way. And the same outcome. Russo has missed, and now Paris just need to score this last penalty, this next penalty, and they're through. Oh, that wasn't a great penalty, was it, at all there from Russo? Very similar to the last one, and Arsenal now are in trouble here. It is going to be Ribadera who's going to take this penalty. And if she scores, Arsenal are out, which is not great, is it? Terry says no. And this is the moment. Zinsberger needs to pull off another save here, or Arsenal are out of the Champions League. Come on, Zinni, do it again. If Paris score this, they win. Is Zinsberger going to be the hero again? Let's see what happens from this shootout here. Oh, she's rolled it into the corner. Zinni went the wrong way. And Arsenal are out on penalties by 4 penalties to 2. 2 really poor penalties it was from Arsenal in the end, from Russo and from Frida Marnham. And Paris have gone through to the 2-legged knockout where they'll probably get knocked out themselves. But what a disaster it's been for Arsenal today in the end. We showed a lot of heart and a lot of character, but we wasn't able to do what we needed to do in this game. We had opportunities in extra time. The big one, of course, from Frida Marnham, the header that would have won us the game. The goalkeeper for Paris is getting all of the congratulations with those 2 penalty saves, and Paris have made it through and Arsenal are out. Very, very disappointing end to what it was an incredible game of football, let's be honest. Caterham says Europa, unfortunately not. There is no Europa League, and Arsenal are out of Europe already. Arsenal out of the Champions League. Yeah, we are out of the Champions League. Steve says, bye till next time. Yeah, see you later, my friend. Take it easy. Ken says, thought Russo was going to a club to win big trophies. Well, there's still big trophies to win. Terry says, we lost that ourselves before it came to pens. Yeah, we did. We did lose it ourselves. And, yeah, it was difficult to get your head around that, really, isn't it? It was a very, very disappointing result, of course. Arsenal showed a lot of character and a lot of fighting spirit, but it wasn't to be our day. We made too many defensive mistakes and we missed some big chances at the other end to have won the game. Paris are a hard-working team, but they're not great, are they? And even if they make it through to the group stage of the Champions League, they're not going to go much further, whereas we would have had the opportunity, surely, with this group of players to have gone on and done well again. You know, semi-finalists last year, we're not even going to make the group stage this year. It is a big blow to the club. There's no doubt about that. It's a massive, massive blow. And we've got to find a way to recover from this now. You know, the transfer window's still open, but a big trophy's gone. Let's be honest. Let's actually look at it honestly. Would we have won the Champions League? I don't know. We would have had a chance, maybe, but let's focus on what we've got left to go for now, which is the WSL, the FA Cup, and the Continental Cup, where we are the holders. But yeah, it has finished here today in long shopping. It has Arsenal 3, Paris 3 after extra time. Paris have won 4-2 on penalties. 2 really, really poor penalties from Arsenal. And yeah, Steve says there, same 3 sides from last year, maybe in Champions League Cup. Yeah, maybe. Terry says, still, we just have to clean up at home. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have to make sure that we win everything that we can win domestically. But yeah, that was very disappointing, wasn't it? It was a frustrating game for a long time. And unfortunately, we are out. Hannah says there, is they lose, is that out of the Champions League? Yeah, we're out of the Champions League. We are out of the Champions League. That is it. You don't get another chance. We're not getting a second chance. That's it now. We are out. And we are going to have to deal with that disappointment now and try and move on from it, because we've got no choice. You know, we conceded some soft goals today. That's something we've got to work on. We've got to improve. Cornut says there, what a tragic ending. It was a very, very tragic ending. But we conceded some really, really sloppy goals, and you can't afford to do that at this level. Steve says Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona will probably win it anyway. Gets the disappointment out of the way early, I suppose. Last year's disappointment was right at the very end, wasn't it? The 119th minute of extra time in the semi-final. This time the disappointments come in the qualifying stage before we've even got started. Disappointments, they're still disappointing, aren't they? Leah says there, Russo really kept us afloat, and that's mad. Yeah, she did. But unfortunately, she missed a penalty. Virginia says, unfortunate about their second goal, their big mistake. Yeah, I mean, all 3 goals were poor to concede, wasn't they? Hello says, as long as Chelsea doesn't win, I don't care. Yeah, as long as Chelsea doesn't win much, yeah. But anyway, we won't be winning the Champions League again this season, unfortunately, because we won't even be in it. We are out. And yeah, that is really, really, really frustrating, isn't it? We never led in this game. We worked so hard, and there were some big moments, wasn't there? Jem Beattie's brilliant header to bring us level. Russo's brilliant goal, which brought us level again in extra time. But unfortunately, we couldn't find the penalty shootout result that we needed. And we are out of the Champions League. What a very big disappointment that is. But we have to regroup. You know, there's still a lot of football to be played this season. We haven't even started the season yet. But yeah, it's disappointing. Really, really disappointing. And yeah, don't know really what to say. It's just so frustrating, isn't it? Really, really frustrating. Sia says there, thank you for the forum. Couldn't get a game in California. No problem, mate, at all. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Cordat said they gave it their all. They did give it their all. This wasn't quite enough, was it? Leah says there, Barca are definitely going to win. I'll have to go back them now. Yeah, they probably will win it, yeah. Rajendra says, how we go for, well, we can't win 4 domestic. There's only 3, isn't there? Loki says, all the gear, no idea. Poor value for our money spent. Well, I mean, it's very, very early to say that, isn't it? I'm sure if we'd had more time to prepare, I'm sure we'd have won this game. It is what it is, though, isn't it? We're out. The penalties were they were poor penalties, though, wasn't they? The 2 that were missed were really, really poor penalties, let's be honest. And that's why we're out. And all of Paris, apart from, I mean, they scored some good penalties, didn't they, Paris, to be fair? And we couldn't manage to do it. You know, in the stats, we had 13 attempts to their 8. We had 9 corners to their 5. We probably had more possession, it doesn't say. But yeah, it just wasn't our day today, was it at all? The performance wasn't great. I'm not trying to say it was. We had our moments. we did show a lot of heart and a lot of fight to come back from 2-0 down when it didn't seem possible that we would. So you've got to give them credit for that. But yeah, a really, really, really disappointing finish to that game. We're out of the Champions League, and yeah, what more can you say? It's been really disappointing, hasn't it? But it is what it is. There's going to be no 2-leg games to watch, but don't worry about that. We will still be obviously following the women's team this season. On Friday, we will be back with the Arsenal Women's Show. We will have the guys in. We'll look back on this game, and we will also look back on the transfer window, what else we might be doing if we haven't done anything before Friday. And of course, looking ahead to the start of the new WSL season, which of course kicks off on the 1st of October. Arsenal, of course, playing against Liverpool at the Emirates. Hopefully by then we would have got this disappointment behind us and moved on. Loki says we're playing are they part-timers? Are they? I don't know. Are they all part-time? Are they? I'm not sure if they are. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They are. It is what it is. We should have won that game. There's no doubt. But anyway, Terry says I think we should have done more in the first half. Yeah, the first half was poor, really, wasn't it? Rajendra says this gives Chelsea a chance. Well, yeah, it gives them a chance, I suppose. They're in the Champions League, aren't they? SC says that we can focus on domestic. We have to focus on domestic now. We've got no choice because that's it. We're out, as Ruby says. Ouchie, yeah, it is indeed. That's exactly how we feel about it at the moment. Yeah, it wasn't quite good enough today, was it? We did show the character and the fight that we almost expect from this team, but it wasn't quite enough, was it? It certainly wasn't enough quality there in the end, was it, to give us the victory that we needed? But yeah, Rod says there we move. Well, yeah, we have to move, don't we? We have to move because we've got no choice. Terry says there, are you doing Ukraine versus England? I didn't even know they were playing, to be honest with you. No, I won't be doing that. Is that not the war anyway? Is there not a war going on in Ukraine? How can they still play football? Anyway, no, I'm not doing that because I can't be bothered. And I don't even care anyway about it. So no, I won't be, unfortunately. Rajendra says we are the biggest team in Europe. Other teams would want to play us. Yeah, well, yeah, we are, but we're not now because we're not in it. So we're the biggest team that's out of Europe at the moment, unfortunately, until next season. Let's make sure, guys, next season we don't finish third, please, because we don't want to go through this again, do we? Let's finish first, ideally, but if not, let's finish second at least, so we don't have to go through this nonsense next summer, do we? Ruby says that WSL has to be in the bag now. Well, let's hope so. At least we don't have Europe to distract us, do we? I suppose that's one thing. Terry says just trying to get out of bramble bushes removal. Well, sorry, mate, I can't help you there. I've got stuff to do anyway. Ross says at the end of the day, the girls put everything on the pitch. No, they did, absolutely. They gave everything. We just lacked a little bit of quality today in certain aspects of the game, didn't we? In certain moments of the game, and that's why we've got that result. You can't criticise their effort. They did give everything. It wasn't enough. So yeah, it has finished. As you can see, Arsenal 3, Paris 3, but it was Paris who won 4-2 on penalties. The two misses for Arsenal were Frida Marnham and Alessia Russo, who scored her first 2 goals for Arsenal as well. Such a disappointing way to finish the day for her. But there were positives to take from it. I'll say obviously Russo's goals and some decent play at times, just defensively. It wasn't really good enough, was it? And that's the problem, unfortunately. If you concede 3 goals in a game, in a knockout game of football, you're probably going to struggle to win, aren't you? I know Paris did the same, but if we're conceding 3 goals to a team like that, we don't probably deserve to win. But anyway, the character we showed was great, and that's one thing we've got to take from it, haven't we? And look ahead now to the start of the domestic season, and that's all we can do. SE says good fighting back. So no, it was. We fought back well. We gave everything. We just made too many silly mistakes, and unfortunately, we just wasn't able to get it finished. But there you go. Anyway, thanks to everybody for watching. I mean, at one point today, I think we had over 400 people watching. Wow. That's incredible. Thank you very much to everybody who has joined in with the show today. Thanks for your comments as well. It's been really good having you all with us. Rod says, once Amido, Viv and Leah return, I have a feeling we'll dominate. Yeah, absolutely. We've got 3 fantastic players, 3 of the best in the world missing. We still got great quality. We should still have won this game. But yeah, you're right. We all look forward to that. Terry says, let's just make sure we're ready for Liverpool. I'm sure we will be. It's 3 weeks away, isn't it? We've got plenty of time to prepare ourselves for that, and I'm sure we will. But yeah, it was disappointing. But I say thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to all you guys in the chat. Absolutely brilliant comments that you've made. It's you guys that really make the show and make these streams, really. I just sit here and ramble on for as long as I can while the games are going on. Ruby says, I stayed up until 2 a.m. for this, and I have work tomorrow. It's tough for us Gooners down under. No, it is, and well done for staying with us. So thank you very much. And shame we couldn't get you the result that we wanted. Terry says, great show, Richard, on the chat. Heads up, let's move on indeed. And SC says, thanks. No, thanks to all you guys. I say you're the guys that make this show, and I appreciate every single one of you. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Disappointing, obviously, really disappointing result today. But it's done. We can't do anything about it now. We have to move on, and hopefully we can have a good season anyway. Rod says, big ups, and yourself, mate. I say thank you very much for joining me today. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Terry says, come on, you Gooner girls. I'm still proud. Of course we are. Yeah, we're proud of them. It just was a poor performance today. Too many silly mistakes. And yeah, we're out. But the good news is we've still got a lot to look forward to, haven't we, this season with these brilliant, brilliant girls. And I'm sure we will forget about this, won't we, when we've lifted some trophies later on in the season. Terry says, hit that like button before you go. Yes, please. Yeah, give us a like before you go. So yeah, that's it then. We're out. We're out of the Champions League. We lost 4-2 on penalties after a rather dramatic and exciting 3-3 draw. But we go again. We'll be back, and we'll be stronger than ever, I'm sure, on the back of this, and bounce back and look to have a great domestic season. But yeah, we're out of Europe, out of the Champions League. And yeah, not what we were hoping for, expecting today, was it? But anyway, it is what it is. We're out. We have to move on and hopefully bounce back. So yeah, I'll be back. When will I be back? Actually, I think Adam's back on Tuesday for the Arsenal review, looking ahead to the return of the Premier League. Of course, the game against Everton next weekend. I'll be back on Friday with the Arsenal Women's Show. We'll have the guys back in. We'll be looking back on this disappointing result. We'll be looking ahead, I say, the transfer window, looking ahead to the new season. And then, of course, we'll be back with all of the action for you next Saturday. Arsenal away at Everton. We'll be bringing you that game, which is on Sunday, isn't it? I think we'll be bringing you that game as well for you. So please join us for all of that. And of course, once the WSL season's up and running, we'll be here again every single game, bringing you the best coverage that we can. Terry says, enjoy the rest of your weekend. You deserve it. No, and yourself, everyone enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's always a disappointing weekend, isn't it, when Arsenal have lost on a Saturday? But anyway, you know, the sun's out. We're going to get the last of summer. Let's enjoy that, and we'll be back next week with hopefully an Arsenal victory. So thanks for all you guys for watching today, and thanks for sticking with me. It's been great. Terry says, Steve, Bongo and Loki, take care. See you all soon. Yeah, mate. And to all of you guys that was in the chat today, literally far too many comments for me to get through them all. If I missed anybody's comment, I do apologise. Obviously, a lot happened in the game as well. I like to try and get all the comments on screen if I can. There was just so many today, wasn't able to do so. Rod says there, Russo and Viv up top, I smell goal. Yeah, we're going to score goals. Can we keep enough out the other end? That was a problem today, wasn't it? So let's see what happens. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you soon. Join us Tuesday for the Arsenal review. It wasn't to be, was it? But we'll be back. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Come on, you guys. Take it easy. See you soon. To Arsenal now, Frida Marnham again inside here looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again.